Welcome to Around the Mage Table, the podcast for the rest of us. This is episode 69 of, well...
Nice.
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 Look at that. God.
Oh, God. I don't know what I expected,
right.
but that was even worse. Okay. We have a lot to talk about today. In fact, we were supposed to record yesterday, but Scrap, you are recovering. So, Scrap, how are you feeling
I'm
today?
under the weather. I'm feeling better. I had to do a lot of stuff today, so I have to be good.
You just got to it, huh?
Yeah, it manifested it, and I'm better. Awesome.
Well,
Nice.
you still had the
Nice.
better weekend than these two right here. We're going to go quickly into our NFL corner of the podcast.
Oh,
The
God.
NFL corner.
Both of you were riding high last week. This week, not so much. I mean, Ioski, you can start because it's been an even worse day for you today, as you guys have
Oh my
announced
God, that's
the
right. I
firing of
forgot
your
about
head
that.
coach
I
for
took a
reasons
long
that
nap.
don't make
I
sense to
took a
anyone.
long nap and I forgot that happened. Yeah. So tough loss, lots of mistakes, some questionable calls, but realistically the game shouldn't have even gone to overtime because Josh Allen shouldn't fumble with 10 seconds left in the second quarter.
I have seen
Josh
sparks of
Allen.
Ioski where he has come alive, right? And I'm like, okay, Ioski, I want you to bring this energy to the podcast. All I need is for Josh Allen to carry a football like it's a briefcase, and he will bring you to life.
I have never
Oh my
ever.
gosh.
It's
I'll
been
see
a
if I
really
can
long
splice in
time
an
since
image or a video of it. And for those who don't watch
Yeah, I want to
football.
see a picture of that.
Wait, are you gonna give away accounts of the NFL without express written consent?
Come
first?
after me, NFL.
Yeah.
I dare you. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
But
They will.
it's been like 10 years since I've had probably like a good football crash out, and legitimately didn't watch the entire third quarter until I calmed down and was like, all right, everyone makes mistakes. I can watch football again. And then it was looking up because it seemed like we were gonna maybe
Yeah, you guys
pull
came
it
running
out.
back. Yeah.
But then unfortunately we didn't, but it is what it is. And then they fired our coach today, which around here, like every so often when you have a coach like that in the league that's very successful but doesn't quite get over the hump, there's always murmurings. And there's been people around here that have kind of mentioned like maybe we should go in a new direction, but everyone was shocked that it happened. I don't think we thought it would have happened this year of all years. And the fact that we're losing him but keeping the GM who has assembled these awful rosters that McDermott has somehow taken to like multiple conference championship games is and they promoted him to like head of football operations. I'm very anxious to see where the team goes. It is not it's a very bittersweet day to be a Bills fan, but regardless, that loss sucked, but at least we were in it. A game after, I saw Lithian's team was taking a little bit of a pounding.
Yeah, Lithium.
Yeah.
Well,
the problem is that power station next to the practice field caused everybody to get hurt. That's the that's the controversy right now. It's
Scrap,
power station.
football isn't like entirely non-fantasy.
I blame AI.
Yeah, I know, it's
Right.
crazy. I read that and I was like, that's kind of a stretch. But for some reason, 49ers take a lot of injuries every year. They're like the most injured team ever. And it's been more recent over the past couple of years. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Well,
They got to figure it out.
We're not just a whole bunch of gaming nerds. We still have some nerdum in us for our football team. So I'm sorry to both of you.
On me.
No, you're the biggest Eagles fan I know. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I must be
that's
the
what I
only
heard.
Eagles
That's our
fan,
NFL. That's our NFL corner. Let's move on to the stuff that matters. Speaking of which,
World of
things that
Warcraft,
matter to
yep.
me. What?
Oh, I thought we were going right into World of Warcraft, but things that
We are
matter to
going to
you.
World of
Okay, let's
Warcraft.
go.
Let's
sick,
go.
Okay.
That's all that matters to Frank. It's fine.
So I do want to say that one of my New Year's resolutions, and I'm talking about this now just because there's no really other place to talk about it, but I'm interested to hear. Speaking of the person who just burns their New Year's resolutions never to be seen again.
Yeah, Scrap. What's yours?
Well,
Do you know what yours are?
I have a whole. You have to keep it secret or it won't come true, like a birthday wish.
So mine is to be less toxic, and I say this because last night I was doing beta keys, and there was a mage. I think you were in the group with me. Is that right?
So I wasn't in the
afterwards.
group with the
Yeah.
Mage. I was in the group with the DK.
Yeah. The DK was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was doing beta keys. Beta keys don't matter, right? Like that. I saw a post on Twitter earlier this week where someone was like a warlock was crashing out in I think it was like a plus 18 or something ridiculous on the beta. And he was just like, I am above carrying people, blah, blah, blah. and left the group like in the middle of a run, and it's just like I don't want to be that person. But yesterday I was doing beta keys, and there was a mage who didn't know he had heroism. He didn't know how to interrupt. Like he didn't know anything about his class other than press
He was
frostbite.
back to the game probably after
Maybe,
having a couple
yeah.
kids and stuff.
It doesn't matter,
and
Scrap. It's beta. I should not give a
Right.
shit, right?
Yeah,
But
he's not there to push. He's there to figure it out.
I was getting wound up really badly. I don't know why. And so my New Year's resolution had to come back into effect. I had to say, I'm not going to be toxic this year. So for those of you that have watched our stream and joined, thank you again for following us. We really appreciate that. This year you will see, at least for the first season, a new add-on called a Toxie Jar, which you'll see most likely, we start working on it, but most likely in the bottom right corner of my screen, where anytime Lithian, Scrap, Ioski, Haywire, who runs with us, Shawnee, a friend of the podcast who runs with us, anytime they say I'm being toxic, I have to put, what are we gonna do, $5, $10?
It's up to you. Like, how toxic do you think you're gonna be?
I'm worried it's gonna get out of hand. We'll start at $10
Yep.
and we'll just say this is okay. We need to
So we
pull
need
it.
a sound effect that we can play anytime we need you to put money in the jar too. Like
Curb Your Enthusiasm theme.
I feel like it needs to be like loud.
Stoop, what are you doing? What are you doing?
No, it can't be the theme. It just has to be the
yeah, something like that, or just maybe just a classic like womp womp.
Oh my gosh.
We actually, did we even talk about? We did the achievement raid. Okay, hold on. We'll finish this. I'm gonna build a Toxie Jar. Anytime I'm very toxic in the game, or even slightly toxic, these guys can tell me I have to put money in it. And the goal is we are aiming our 100th episode. Okay. I've done the math. We cannot miss more than 2 episodes between now and BlizzCon to do
We're almost missing this one.
We cannot miss more than 2 if we want to get our 100th episode at BlizzCon. And our plan is we won't do a live episode unless things get really out of hand, but we will record in person. I'm trying to price out what it would take to get some microphones and stuff with us. In
Can I just
Anaheim.
bring this microphone?
You could.
plane?
My worry is that actually we need to be very careful for our microphones not picking up each other, right? So if we're like excited and we start shouting, stuff like that. So I'm researching it. The long and short of it is that the swear jar will help fund that 100th episode and all the things that go towards it. And ideally would have some leftovers so that I have to buy you guys dinner for all my toxicness. So that's my New Year's resolution. And
we're getting lobsters.
I will say
lobsters.
I'll take this time to do our self-promotion. Please, please, please continue to subscribe. We've grown over 10% in the past 2 months. That's awesome.
Oh, sick.
And we obviously want to grow, and we're doing this for the love of the game because there's no money in it for us. And just please continue to do that. It helps a lot. You guys have been awesome in the comments, by the way. It has really driven engagement. And as we enter midnight, we hope the content will be more and more impressive, and we'll continue to earn those views. So we appreciate y'all very much. Okay. Outside of that, we did do our achievement run. You want to talk about that really quickly? We did the Glory of the Mana Forge.
The Fractalis one was pretty brutal.
That was the only it was fun.
To have like
just kinda
200
get everyone
IQ to raid lead that, like it was crazy.
So for those who don't know the Fractalis achievement, it is you have to break 18 of the 4th walls in the line. And the math turns out that in order to do that, unless maybe if you have like 30 people in the raid, maybe it allows you to do it easier. I don't know. But in our raid, we had to do every wall perfectly. And so I just stood back while everyone was deep, because we weren't going to have any trouble DPSing it, and had to literally call out where everyone stood. And we did it without weak auras. We just did it the old raw dogging way. And it was insanely chaotic, but I think it was also insanely fun. You guys agree?
I mean, I think it was good practice for listening to Frank in the raid.
Without weak auras
everybody had to
coming?
listen. Yeah, without weak. Well, yeah, we don't need. I mean, I don't think anybody in our raid uses weak auras for the raid based on how they act. Like, we only used Frank auras, but it was good practice for people to have to pay attention and listen to you specifically barking out orders, because we had to listen to you. I was kind of following along what was happening, and at one point I just like lost the thread, and I was like, I have no fucking clue what's next. So I'm glad that you had it under control.
Well,
I was waiting for the TBC to finish their very long maintenance to launch, and listening to it was just very entertaining. It was Frank doing his best to stay not posy, not toxy, and it was just it was great.
I lost it once because It was, and I referenced Flux, who we've had videos on the past of like him just doing the exact opposite of what we wanted to do, where someone was like supposed to run to the left and they just kept running to the right, and I'm like, what are you? And just like trying not to lose it.
Or when he
Anyways.
dies for the 10th time on the same mechanic in Dimensions.
Oh my gosh, dude.
All right, we
That's rough.
have a pre-patch now. When this episode comes out, you'll probably be listening to it during the downtime. We were hoping in this episode we could give you a whole laundry list of things to do, including Remix, which just ended in the middle of the day today as we're recording. So I didn't get a chance to get my plus 40 title.
No.
But because Scrap was sick, we couldn't get that done. So instead, what we're going to do is we're just going to cover everything you could possibly expect to change or be coming in the pre-patch. Before we do that, there are some bits of news, though, I want to jump into. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's get straight into the news. With the first thing I want to talk about is it is almost time for midnight, and Lithian has been hard at work on our website. We have a podcast website, which he has named aroundthemagetable.com. And in it, he started building a guide system for us to start building written guides for you guys. Now, Lithian, I'll let you talk about your class guides real quick before I go into mine. Tell me what you've done here.
There's 3 tanks that I'm super familiar with. And I just created some I created some guides that kind of give you a high level overview of the changes in midnight, some of the rotation
Kinda
changes.
a high level. Look how much there's so
Kinda high
much
level.
in here, Lilith.
Well, I mean, you can use the nav on the right to go to
Yeah.
specific sections that you care about, but there's some stuff about beta in there. The reality is beta is going to be basic. Well, beta is going to turn into PTR, and then we'll be focused on PTR stuff, just tracking that. And then there's cited sources at the bottom. So
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff came from some of those really, really good sources that I ran into. So,
No, I mean, these are very thorough, I'd say. And I also want to call out what you've done down here. So we usually have a meta website, but you've taken it to another level. Tell me, how did you build this? What is the work behind the scenes going on here?
What's the work? So I have an automation agent that goes out and looks for different tier list videos and things like that. And if it finds it, it'll go out there and it'll curate some information and add it to this table. Every once in a while, I'll manually add one depending on what somebody will send me in Discord or whatever. And it takes all these different tier lists. We all know tier lists are subjective, right?
Yeah.
But it takes all these tier lists and puts them into a table, and then you could start to use some of this information if you're trying to decide on what your next main's going to be, or you want to know where things are at or how things looked in beta, and use it to influence your decision. At the end of the day, tier lists are garbage, but I think this is a fun activity to see where the content creators and other people are kind of seeing. Now, I focused in hard on tanks because that's what I care about the most, but I started to look for other tier lists too. But yeah,
you got
I mean,
a lot feeding your
Brewmaster's
tank one.
Brewmaster's in the middle, so I'm good with that. But at the end of the day, play what you like and have fun.
Again, with meta, our goal here is to give you the aggregate score of everything that happens in the world of WoW from the influencers of who disagree and agree. What I love about
It's
your
like
list here-
Metacritic, but for the meta. I get it now.
Exactly.
It's taking that long to get it. Meta.
Thanks for
Welcome
joining
to
us.
the episode, Ayaski. Welcome
I
to the
thought
podcast.
I thought it was just like a meme, like, oh, it's the meta. Like,
Well,
I
you
don't
want to
know.
talk about welcome to the
it's
episode?
a layered meta, isn't it? Right? Like it's the meta, but it's also the Metacritic meta.
Earlier this week,
good.
Lithian linked this website, and I clicked on it. I was like, somebody stole our idea. I didn't realize it was our website. I was like, oh wait, this is our website.
But I love like where you call out where disagreements are, and that's really cool, and it's an interesting read. And yeah, if you're looking for some DPS, it looks like Frost Mage and our Mage, as always, is getting there. Everyone's saying our AUG is back. I don't know. We'll see. There's a
Yeah,
quote
I
here.
don't-
Best Apex
We'll
talents
see how
among all the
cope it
DPS
is.
specs.
I-
Scrap has abandoned Survival Hunter at the right time. Stuff like
What are you
that.
talking about?
So-
I'm maining it.
yeah, right. So that'll also be on our guides at aroundthemagetable.com. And then, for those who don't know, I do sometimes, I don't do it always, a video series on YouTube called Keystone Kindergarten. And with this new system that Lithian has allowed me, I'm going to do a written guide. So if you go there, I would love it to get some feedback on the written Keystone Kindergarten guide, what I've done is I've built links and, kind of indicators to tell you what every spell does, because the one problem with the Dungeon Journal is it only tells you what the bosses do. It doesn't tell you what the trash does. And so I'm trying to give you as much information as possible, including visual cues as to, what might be causing the damage that you're freaking out about. And for the bosses themselves, I've tried to call out a strategy as to how to, we get all the way to the bosses, a strategy of how to deal with them as well. This is new for us. Of course, we've done the Keystone Kindergarten videos, but having a written guide, I think is going to be really critical, because you can kind of, as Lithian said, there's a navigator over here on the right. So any feedback on this, please put them in our YouTube comments. You can always email us at mythicdungeonleague@gmail.com as well. But we are really excited about this. Lithian and I have been jumping headfirst into it. And as we get ready towards midnight launching, we'll start to see the videos on YouTube pop out, which of course we will call out to you when the time comes. Cool?
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
Some BlizzCon news. We've
looks
already
great.
talked about it once. We got a likely StarCraft shooter to be revealed at BlizzCon. Now, I don't think, Scrap, you're going to give a hoot about that, right?
I'm tuned out.
All right.
Tuned out.
I'll be at the
Thank
when you
goodness.
guys go to this presentation. I'll be at the beach with my feet in the sand. So
Well, they'll, yeah,
God.
okay. That's not
Yeah.
really how BlizzCon works, but all right.
I
The
I think
That's
I
how it works
might
for Scrap.
spend the whole time at the beach house.
Oh my God.
the rumor is that this might be the StarCraft ghost that they kind of started building a while ago, and they've finally brought it over the finish line. There's some people that are saying it's going to be like Helldivers, but in StarCraft, which kind of makes
Oh.
sense.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, people will be thrilled if they only play the Terran and they don't get to play the other races. But there has been a lot of some momentum behind this rumor. And so I just wanted to call it out and see if I ask you, Lithian, do you guys have anything you're excited about, or you think this is just who cares?
I love StarCraft.
I never really played either of the other ones. I wanted to play them for the story. I've never really jumped into them though. I definitely wouldn't play them for the multiplayer. I'm not great at strategy games, but I don't know. Helldivers was pretty popular. It seems like it might be a little too late to jump on that, but I think the setting makes sense for it if they're gonna do it. I would rather they just make like a StarCraft 3 though, and that's kind of more true to what fans want. But they could be a good game, or it could be good though. Who knows?
The thing that I'm wondering about with StarCraft Helldivers is like a lot of the allure to Helldivers was also just like the D&D-esque of it, like the way they had that one guy who was running the whole story and just kind of throwing everyone a curveball and getting everyone really pumped up and excited. But that faded very quickly. And as you said, like the train may have already left the station on this one. So I would be surprised if it's that.
I'll say people like that kind of game though. Like
People still play it.
Well, the head of Far Cry or the former head of Far Cry is leading it, right? But that's a first-person shooter.
So,
and this is again supposed to be a third person.
If they go like a Destiny route and there's like a lot of like good PvE content that you can group up with your friends and do, and every so often they just kind of release new, almost like WoW seasons, like pseudo little new content that you just go through and clear with your friends. Something like that could be really fun. You get some new weapons.
That'd be good.
But I've never, I haven't played Helldivers, so I think that's kind of what it's like. So I mean, that seems like it could be fun, but it's not something I've jumped into. So I'd have to see kind of what people say about this before I decided to jump into it.
I think me Technique, Haywire, and a couple other folks had a lot of fun playing Helldivers during some downtime. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. I hope it's like that. Just short games you could play with your friends. But
Was it? I didn't play Helldivers either. I thought it was like an extraction shooter, like
no
Tarkov.
No, not
Arc
like
Raiders.
that. It's got a little bit of the element to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean that kind of game would be really popular because like Arc Raiders is super popular right now. So maybe they need to make one of those.
I mean, you dive down, you complete your objectives, and you get extracted out.
Yeah, isn't that literally what an extraction shooter?
No, with extraction shooters, you die, you
no,
lose
you
everything.
Like get some. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that.
And there's again, it's close, but not exactly.
Okay.
But I even think like a first-person shooter, StarCraft, because again, you got to remember, like, there's the Zerglings and the Protoss. How do they fit into this idea? or even as
They
a
don't
third
shoot.
person. Like, is there any possibility, given this idea of third person, quote unquote, that there might be an MMO on the horizon for StarCraft?
Why would they want to compete with what, with their own MMO?
I mean, the same reason
If
why
that
they
makes
brought out
sense.
WoW Classic. It just brings people in.
Well, because people asked for that. People asking for a StarCraft MMO.
But they have, not to the degree of Classic,
They were.
of course.
I honestly think with WoW Classic, they only did it because they were like, other people are doing this, and we could be making money
Yeah.
off what
Yeah.
other people are already doing.
It's like,
I don't.
we've done a lot of the work. Let's just finish it.
Yeah, the work's already done. People are already paying for this, but they're paying other people. So how about they pay us instead? Like,
You don't know what you want until you want it.
I don't think they want to. Like, they already have like a market monopoly on MMOs. It's like, why do they need to split the fan base? I guess, like, if they already have everybody playing WoW. Yeah, I think an MMO would be like crazy. Why would you be the 2 MMO company? That seems insane.
Well, and a lot of people are arguing
The
MMOs
true
are
MMO
effectively
company.
dead, and WoW's just, again, the only one that can keep on surviving.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a snappy new market to break into for
And
sure.
honestly, WoW's like core gameplay loop, for the most part in the end game, isn't even very MMO-y either. So it's even
That's
that
fair.
best MMO is not even doing MMO stuff anymore
Yeah.
Well, either way,
as much, anyways.
I'm excited to see whatever it is, because I'm sure it will be hype as shit. But yeah, we've got a long way to go before we get to actually see anything. Maybe some more leaks will come out.
It's gonna be an extraction shooter. That's if it was.
It makes the
smart,
most sense,
it
I
would
think.
be.
Right, the hype
Yeah.
of what's going on right now.
But are they enough ahead of the curve to have predicted that would be hype right now and have made it, or is this gonna be a phone
I
game?
mean, they released
Oh my God, could you imagine?
basically a new TF2 that people play more than actual TF2. So
Yeah, but they also made that Diablo phone game, and then they were surprised when everybody was mad.
No,
So-
Diablo Immortal does well. It's
Okay.
their WoW one didn't do very well. They shut that one down. But
yeah, I remember you
Diablo
and-
Immortal
and
apparently
Henry
is
were
good.
Okay, I'm just saying it's
But
not what people
I would
want.
be upset if it was mobile, yes.
It's not what
okay.
people.
Let's get back to WoW again. All right. So this week we finally
Scrap
had
speaks for the
a beta
people.
build, right? They finally fixed my click casting. But as a surprise, they also announced a new Mythic Plus affix. All right.
What?
Here's how it works.
News
What?
to me.
In order to, it's called Lindormi's Guidance. In order to make it more accessible for tanks especially to enter the Mythic Plus scene, from levels 2 to 5, this affix will be active, and what they've done is they moved the Xalatath affixes up to level 5 now. What it does is it'll highlight all the mobs in the dungeon that should, and I'm putting that in quotes, should get you to 100% and effectively draw
cute.
it effectively
This is
draws
a
a
good
route
idea.
for you in the dungeon, okay?
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
tested this, all right? And
Uh-huh.
remind me to put this footage up in the notes. I've tested this, and it works great. I mean, it's not as flashy as you would think. It just highlights the mobs as if they're quest mobs. You know how, like, you see a little a glow to each mob that's a quest mob?
Yeah.
So you can just kind of identify them visually from afar. I didn't verify this until after the run was done, but I think it also marks all the mobs on your map too, because when I ran through, I missed a pack, and it showed me where on the map they were. Of course, you don't have to pull those mobs, but what it also does is if you choose the mobs that have been chosen, like the visually highlighted mobs, you also have an increase of damage done to them, and 5% less health they have, to kind of promote you killing those mobs. Now, from what I understand is this isn't always 100%, right? Their goal isn't to like just give you the route and just make it, non-engaging. In fact, I think I heard Dorky say something along the lines of he followed it to the T and it was only 99%.
Give you the real experience.
Yeah.
Like
However, while this is great, and of course it's going to be helpful for tanks to enter the game, of course it's going to be an accessibility feature, by default. But what I'm most excited about this is when I heard this, I thought, oh shit, are we going to have an ability to start marking mobs in our own routes? And
yeah.
I really think that this might come in the future, but I'm kind of getting some people who are like, no, there's no way. They wouldn't do that because
Well,
it's
that's
not
what
good
I
for the
just
game.
realized is that MDT's out, right? Like,
No, it's still in the
MDT
game.
is-
It'll be in the
Okay,
game.
it's still in the game.
We'll talk
it's
about
still
all
in the
that stuff later.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you guys
Well,
think? Like, does this for those who haven't tanked? Does this say like, oh, maybe I'll give it a go?
no, I think this is a great idea. I think
Yeah.
it is a little bit strange that this is happening in Mythic Plus and not in Heroic, because like Heroic
Well,
already
heroic,
feels
you don't
like,
need percent.
oh, you're right. Maybe in Mythic
So
Zero only, because
Nope,
it
yeah,
does
no
feel a
it's
little
no
bit
percent there.
strange
yeah, you don't
in
need
Mythic
percent of
Zero.
Mythic Zero.
Oh, maybe.
So
I guess you're right.
it's impacting the first set of keys for people. So the barrier to entry for a tank is going to be really low. And if you want to get into tanking, I think this first season of Midnight is it, because tanks are
Yeah.
they're super simple to play, and you know the barrier to entry is low. And now you have something like this to help you with routing, because I feel like there's a lot of tank anxiety for folks, and that's why they just don't. I mean, serious. That's why they don't do it, because they
I
don't
have
want
the
to.
I have the opposite problem. Like in Pogues, I feel like there's too much tank confidence. Like they're just like they don't mind fucking up your key because they could just get into another one. Like too much
Yeah, I
ego.
mean, there's like a spectrum of
Yeah,
people who
right.
have anxiety, and then people who are overconfident, and then
People who
everybody
need
else in the middle.
anxiety.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think it's good. I think it's awesome.
I think
Yeah,
there's
it's a
no
good idea.
downside, right?
No downside.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we do get a feature like Frank said where you can upload a route into the game and it keeps
Auto
you know,
highlights.
DP. Yeah, exactly. It keeps like DPS and everyone like on the same page about what you're pulling, what you're doing.
Yeah,
Like
it's not even
League
for
of
the
Legends has
it's not even
added.
for the tank, right? It's like it's for the DPS to know where
For
you're
everybody.
going.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
translate.
So it's exciting to see where just the technology in this is able to go from here, but we'll see where they go with it.
Well, then you take away all the butt pulls that are entertaining.
What are you
And
talking
No,
about? We
they'll
know
still,
the
they'll still
oh,
happen.
there'll be
I
plenty
would
of
say
butt holes,
we
yeah.
routes hundreds of times. You think we butt pull because we don't know the route? Like
random orbs flying across
Yeah.
and hitting a new
Hey,
pack.
do you think they should add a second one in called Lith Dormy, which is 110% guaranteed throughout the dungeon?
It's
Fucking got him.
only it's only 110 because you
That'd be going
guys
in the
are
swear jar if
great.
you had one, I ask you.
Yeah, that's
The
toxic.
Yeah.
toxic jar.
That was
Don't be
toxic.
don't be toxic.
Yeah.
Listen, if the one they put in the game's only getting 99 and the Lith Dormy gets 110, which one gets the key done, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's positive.
So efficient.
Positive.
It's so
It's
efficient.
it's
Yep.
men loving men. It's a brotherhood.
I don't know if I would go that far with it.
What were you gonna say about League of Legends?
So League of Legends over the years, like originally, if you played League of Legends, there's a role in there called jungle, which was you had to do a lot of timers because you had to keep track of when camps would respawn, when buffs were coming, when like the main objectives like dragon were spawning. Over the years, though, Riot added those into the game so you could not only track it just by like hitting tab and looking at your menu, but you could also click on it and it would put in chat a timer like 15 seconds to dragon or 20 seconds to baron. So there's a precedent for, as time goes on, these games taking these skills that would have been what separated the higher end from the lower end and implementing them into the game to help kind of raise the bar a bit for or raise the floor rather for whoever is trying to get into it.
Yeah, I do like this, and I do like putting more like routing tools. Like if MDT was kind of like in the game and you were able to highlight mobs, is cool. But I do have a small fear is that we're really pushing away from encouraging communication, which is like good. It's accessible to some people. They don't want to get on mic. They don't want to listen to headphones. We get it all the time. We poke someone in and we're like, hey, can you get on disc? And they're like, fuck no. And they just leave, right? But I think
Is
the
that a
spirit
problem
of
at the 5 keys, Scrap?
No, here at the 5 keys good, but I'm talking. This is good. I have no problem with this. But what you're talking about is that giving
Oh, you mean
people
the
so
MDT
much
stuff?
power.
Okay.
Yeah. If you like, I can. I'm pugging into a 15, and I just highlight my thing, and I don't say a word to you until the key's done. Like,
And I ping it 16 times, like ping, 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 ping.
that really takes away from the spirit of the game, I think. Like, there's something I like about doing in the high keys where we'll talk about the plan a little bit.
Sure, but Scrap, by that logic, Bigwigs does the same thing.
So,
well, that's gone.
No, it's not.
I think
Stop saying these things are gone.
Spreading it misinformation.
I think that's a valid fear. and playing Classic recently, in between polls in the dungeons, there is a lot of communication about, okay,
Yeah.
this next poll, like sheep this, we're gonna do this. But also in Classic, there's no timer, and people will get up and take a 10-minute break to switch laundry out. You don't really
Yeah.
have time to do that in Keys all the time. So I don't think it's bad that there's some kind of implied
Time saver.
yeah, there's some kind of implied just
Yeah.
hey,
I mean-
we have to do this quickly. We have to communicate it quickly, or just have a way that kind of gets it.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You
Te-
talk to each other.
Technically,
And-
that's a form of communication. You know, you're
Yeah.
marking all the mobs ahead of time, and now people kind of know what to do. It's not the communication; it's the execution and the perfection at certain levels. So,
Well, on top of it, it's
I
so
guess so.
strange that the in-game chat for WoW is, and I'm not joking when I say
It's so
this.
bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not.
It's
It's
a
not
chat.
great, but it's not bad. But I've not used it ever, right?
Nope.
And
The in-game chat. Sorry, yeah, instead of Discord.
yeah, like the
Yeah,
in-game
even when
voice.
we'd use Ventrilo, like back in the day.
Well,
we
this
would use,
Ventrilo.
like-
Ventrilo was
What?
out before the in-game voice was, but
Oh, okay.
but the point being is like I just don't think that's gonna matter, Scrap. Like
No,
you
I
know,
don't think the barrier for entry is people don't have Discord. It's like that they don't want to get on mic, their kids sleeping, they
Yeah.
just don't want to talk to strangers.
So
They
Like,
why
wanna
not
play
give the
the
tool
game.
to solve the problem then?
It's tough to type too if
I
you're in the
just
middle
don't
of the
like
key.
the encouragement of, or like pushing away, because like I was talking about in Classic, I like the thing I like about Classic is it's so much more immersive. There's so much more communication just typing out, and maybe there's no time pressure and like all this shit, whatever. But like I like that, and the game is pushed away from it. More automation, more accessibility with like, for you to play on a control. I don't know.
I mean,
like, what the fuck
the
else.
game mode
But-
alone, Mythic Plus doesn't allow that, Scrap.
Exactly. But I like your idea, Frank. I think it's good, but
Yeah,
I would
get
hate to feel for Mythic Plus to feel super automatic. Like it's just like, well, I don't even care what the route is. I'm just gonna hit the highlighted things. Like,
I mean, it's super automatic because people expect certain routes at certain levels, right?
Yeah.
And they already know where they're gonna go, where the route's gonna
True.
take them. So it's like, and
Well-
if you don't follow the automatic route, people get upset. They get mad.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
even beyond that, because like my big tip for people when we were talking about it way back when in the podcast was like, you should share your routes whenever you can, right?
Yeah.
But that requires MDT to be installed to be able to see it. Otherwise, people can't see
Yeah.
your routes, full stop. And
Yeah.
so
Scrap
you know,
can't see them.
like yeah.
I haven't had it the whole expansion.
So like it's, even if it was a point where you could highlight it so that you saw them on the map, right?
yeah.
Maybe it didn't highlight in game just for you, because that's part of the game strategy. Like just so you can look at the map and go, yeah, okay, this looks good. And then once the keys
Yeah.
start, it like wipes and it's like, okay, now you can't see it anymore or something. I don't know. But
MDT in the game, I'm down with. For some reason, it highlighting mobs, it rubs me a little bit the wrong way. It's like
Okay.
making it a little bit too idiot proof. Like there should be some idiot risk in high keys. You know what I mean? Like
I think there's
maybe
plenty
I'm
of that.
that
wrong.
sounds like a really
Yeah.
fun mechanic.
Yeah.
Idiot risk. Well, dude, that's the game we're playing. If you're bugging, you're playing idiot risk. Like I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
do a key with
that's just-
scrap,
Just
and you got
I-
idiot risk.
to bring it back to this, I love this feature. Like it's great. I love this.
Well, and I love that it's
especially
like unprovoked from the community, right? Like we obviously have been
Yeah.
saying make tanking more accessible. And there
Yeah.
might be still more work to do on that. But like they're just like, you know what, let's cook on something, because maybe they saw something in a survey that said like, oh,
Yeah.
this is what most people are saying is a problem, and they did something about it, which is great.
yeah, it's
Mm.
teaching people how to tank, which is good because I feel like if you're questing and you're leveling, you're not learning how to tank. Like what the fuck? You're just
Well, and even then, if
hitting
you're
mobs
doing
with
normal
the deck.
dungeons while you're leveling, people are like pulling for you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fucking, I know that. But yeah, so this is a really good step in a direction that I didn't even know we needed to go in. But I think I agree that
We need more
did.
tanks.
Yeah, we need more tanks. God damn it, we need more
All right.
tanks.
Well, speaking of surveys, there was a screenshot of a survey that apparently went out over the week. And it's, which of the following concepts do you find most appealing as a potential new class specialization in World of Warcraft? This
I didn't
does
get the
not seem to
survey.
be, no, not everyone gets the surveys. This does
Oh,
not seem to
fuck.
be Classic Plus or Classic, Season of Discovery related. However, there are some things that seem to be connected to what we saw in Season of Discovery. But
Yeah,
we
tank
got
shaman.
a healer hunter who uses pets to
what the fuck?
disperse bandages.
Where's Tank Hunter? What? I thought Tank Hunter's coming, and it's not even on the list.
Nope.
Well, no, I like Tank Warlock. Like, if I was going to choose any of these, I'd choose Tank Warlock.
Yeah, Tank Warlock is cool.
So
But
you can't really see it on the stream, but it's down here.
Vengeance
No, I
Demon
can
Hunter
see
is
it.
just
Let me
Tank
real quick.
Warlock.
Hold on.
You
Let me
can
real
play
quick tell
Sod.
what the people can't see. So there's a Tank Warlock at the bottom, ranged DPS Death Knight, and a healer mage. You can't see it on the screen. I'm not going to crop it right now. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it's I don't know who got this. I didn't get the
Support
survey.
Paladin. I want to afflict Paladin with the new shitty spec.
well, no, because support when AUG came out was the thing, right? Like, do we need
I
more
want
paladins?
want more support classes. I'm all for adding like 3 more support classes. And fine, make them like banger. Like you have to have a support
Priest,
class in your
Paladin,
key. But
Hunter?
it sucks that you can only have AUG. Support hunters, but healer hunter is so out of pocket. What the
I
fuck?
do feel like it's pretty out, and especially to be listed first.
What tank hunter makes so much more sense. You have a bear like already tanking for you. It's like, how about he just tanks for everybody? But healer hunter, and when has my pet ever brought me bandages?
I'm
Literally
willing to
never.
bet, Scrap. I'm willing to bet it was the idea of like, okay, if you do tank hunter, what does the gameplay look like? And they probably just didn't have something that was fun.
Dude,
And
just
so they
make
just
it
didn't do it.
bear druid, except I'm standing back and telling the bear druid what to do. Like,
No, I thought tank hunter should always be that you're riding the bear. And
yeah,
that,
I like that idea the best. That you're on the bear,
Yeah.
like, and you're just regular tank, basically.
I like how they have ranged DPS priest. I know it says like a holy part of
Yeah.
it, but the fact that there's already a ranged DPS priest is pretty funny.
It would be cool to have like a battle priest like what Anduin is, like, because he's kind of like I saw in a cinematic somebody saying he was a paladin the other day, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, he's not paladin, he's a priest.
Way to get baited,
there's not
Scrap.
really. Well, yeah. Well, I didn't say that. I said it in my head. I don't
Yeah, they
argue
could
in
do like
YouTube comments.
They could do like an enhancement priest. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but like he is something in the game that we can't play, so they should just make it like a holy battle priest would be cool. A melee DPS priest. That'd be sick.
All of these, I think the most likely, if they ever did anything, would either be support priests, tank shaman, or support paladin. I think tank shaman could be cool because you could have a lot of cool totems that play into that.
And a lot of like earth stuff where you pull up the earth and stuff.
I mean, I remember in Classic, the first Classic character I played, my friend was a shaman, and she like tanked dungeons for us all the time.
Yeah.
Like there was precedent.
Yeah,
that she was like a better tank than like somebody else. Like I think the druid that we were hanging out with too. And it's like, so I always thought in my head that shamans were tanks, and then they weren't. Like
that's what's in your head.
Yeah.
If they did a support paladin, they should give them lightsmith because I think that'd make a lot of sense for them, and then give either prod or holy a new one that could be fun.
I think so. I mean, lightsmith is such a boring holy. Anyways, okay. Okay. So what I want to call it though is I feel like this is Blizzard telling us that maybe new classes is probably not in the horizon anytime soon, because they're saying, well, we'll probably just add on specs to, kind of like they did with Devour.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if the next gimmick was every class gets a new spec, like all of them. That would be crazy. That would be
crazy
insane.
good or crazy bad?
Crazy good, but it would be so hard to balance. I already think they have too much on their plate with the amount of specs they already have, but I just think it would be super sick. It would be awesome.
I think when you add that many new specs to the ecosystem, you're going to get way too many people who are playing a class that want to maybe branch off into the new spec. You'll get the reasonable people that think, I don't like this, so I'm not going to do it. But I think you're going to get more people that are going to want to, it's going to like kind of hurt compositions.
Here's the thing, Io, is Mastery is going to be dead by next season because the classes are going to be so simple. These are just going to be skins.
Oh my gosh.
That's
simple.
Yep. These are just going to be skins. I'm telling you.
Okay, where do you think Devour lands on the top 10 spec list?
What do you mean?
Oh,
like in Mythic Plus, we'll say in Mythic Plus. Where do they? Because like Rep Paladins and I think Frosty Case.
Oh, like when we see
where do you think they'll land in the top of 10
this season? I think they'll. I think you'll see a lot of them, but with their current tuning, they're not very strong. So I don't think you'll see them for long, and I don't think they feel unique or fun enough that they're gonna attract a diehard base like something like a Rep Paladin does, unless they change them eventually. But
okay.
They're gonna tune the knobs up on that one. That's what I heard.
They're very clunky feeling. So yeah, they definitely gotta either tune the knobs up and they have to make it so that swift breeze of wind doesn't cancel your collapsing star, because that's the most frustrating part of it, is just building up for that only to have the smallest displacement basically cancel your ability, and once you hit it, it's gone. Like it doesn't like just put it back on cooldown. You have to rebuild it back up. It's obnoxious.
Wow, I'm so excited.
I just want everybody to know that Scrap is being cringe by playing Devourer.
Look,
so
I can't wait to play this frustrating horseshit class that IO hates so much. Like,
All right,
no, it's going to be great.
Which of these would you pick? What's your number one?
Of these, take Shaman. We need more takes.
For me, yeah, that's probably true. I'd have to go with support Paladin though, just because that's more my MO.
I'd tank Warlock, man, all day. Let's go.
I think the least likely one. I'm sorry, Frank.
No, go on.
You gotta answer. You gotta answer.
Well, I was gonna say tank Shaman too, but anyways.
Oh, okay. I think the least likely one and the one I don't want to see is tank Rogue, because if you've ever followed any kind of D&D or any kind of fantasy like this, a rogue is traditionally a very like leather wearing, just like it's not a tank. It's just it doesn't really fit it, I don't think. I guess maybe if VDH can be a tank, so can a rogue, but it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't think people play rogue because they want to be tanks.
If you're VDH, you're a big ass fucking demon half the time, so that makes
Spike's always coming out of your skin.
Yeah, a healer mage I don't like either. That kind of rubs me the wrong way. It's like,
I
what
played
the
it on Season Discovery and it just felt wrong.
Stupid.
Yeah, it feels like Prez Evoker almost.
Well, it felt like
the
disc because you had to put the atonement up and then DPS.
Oh,
the ones not on here that need to be on here is Tank Hunter and Melee DPS Priest. That's it.
Enhancement
Those
Priest.
are the two.
Melee
Enhancement
DPS,
Priest,
that's just a rep Paladin.
No, it's not, because that's what Anduin is. He's a priest. He's a battle priest.
Litha's got to go to
so
bed.
Well, Litha, goddammit.
All right. And the most contentious news among our community this week was Blizzard has finally updated the new Midnight login screen. Who saw this coming? Now,
I feel like a little bit Stockholm syndrome, because I feel like it's not good, but I'm like, yeah, this is way better. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I'll shut up now because at least they fixed it.
It's just a login screen.
It's fine. I
don't
guys
like this better than
I'm not gonna complain.
the portal?
No, I think it's more. I think it's uglier.
I do. I like it better than the portal, actually.
I like this better.
I think it's uglier. The new one's uglier, but I acknowledge them fixing it because people hated it. I like that people were upset.
Is this fixing it?
I'll shut up. I'm done talking about it because they did change it. But I do see the goatsy so much more. I think because there's like a light on the hands. Like the hands have like a light on them and they look more like peach colored, and I definitely see the goatsy more.
Okay. Oh my god.
I like the art style on it. It's very modern. It feels very current World of Warcraft, but it also kind of has that. It feels classic in a way. It feels familiar, so I like how it's modern yet familiar.
I don't like it.
See,
but
there you
go. Shut up.
IO likes the style. Let's go.
What I don't understand though is they have like I don't know if you can see it on the pod, but like they have like leaves falling and like butterflies and stuff.
Nice,
but it's like, but this is not. That's just like painting in the background. It doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know where the leaves are coming from, but I'm sure there's a tree somewhere.
What's with the weird topiary? It just looks like they just copy paste the smaller one behind it.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Is there topiary?
Io and I got into a little headbutting because I don't have it pulled up right now, but maybe I'll cut some images in of it. Some people did like some mock-ups and they, same idea that I talked about in the podcast where it's like just take a screen or like a video recording of like the Sunwell being attacked by the Void portal.
Yeah, I like the ones that you shared. They were really nice. They were more like the ones that I like.
But Io told me I'm a big dummy, so I just have to admit
defeat.
Yeah, you are a big dummy.
There was a slight miscommunication where Frank posted a tweet, and his main thing about it was he doesn't understand why they did the same thing where they kind of gave us the placeholder and then replaced it with
gave us
this and then replaced it with an image of the city you're going to be in. And the thing I really honed in on was the same thing, and I'm like, Frank, what do you mean the same thing? And then posted like the 4 different dark portals, the
yeah.
2 different dragons sitting on walls. I'm like, they've been doing this for
Yeah.
years. What do you mean? So
No,
that's where
I just
came
I
up
just
to.
don't understand, like, if they were going to make this change, right? Because again,
I don't think they rage bait us with the first one. I think that's what
but
they
they
got
did the
us
exact
talking.
same thing in the War
Well,
Within. They had.
I bet the stock prices went up when everybody was complaining about it. They were like, let's do it again.
Gosh.
Yeah, I just can't understand. Like, if they knew they were going to do the same thing that they did in the War Within, like the War Within, it made sense. Like, they're like, okay, we put it out there, the feedback wasn't so great. Let's do this. Maybe that'll fix it, right? Then they put this out, and at the very least, you know, I can see some appeal to this.
That looks more designed, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like it was more effort put into this. And then they're like, no, take that out and we'll do the exact same thing. But no one who hasn't played beta will know that that was a thing. Why did we spend this money on this?
This looks lazier than that. Like, as an artist, like, this looks like they just slapped piece of drawing. Look, I said I'm going to shut up about this. I asked them to change it.
You're having trouble.
We'll leave it at that.
Look, I asked them to change it. They changed it just because they did it ugly. I'm going to leave it. They changed it. Fine. Whatever. I'm done with it. Like, thank you for changing it, even though I don't like it. I acknowledge you changed it. I'm done.
All right. We have a PC gamer. Sorry for the flashbang. A PC gamer interview with the crew over at Blizzard, and they've talked about not only what's coming in 12.0, which some of it's coming out tomorrow, some of it's coming out with 12.0.1. But they also talked about some other things coming in the long term. They said there's going to be a roadmap. And so, for example, they will add the pets and the mounts wandering your house.
Dude, I'm so excited for that. My house is gonna be like fucking PETA is gonna come and knock my door in and take all my animals. Like, it's gonna be crazy.
They're gonna add a lot more interactables. So they said like a pot that would boil over and stuff if you clicked it. There's gonna be guild halls at some point, which is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you know, more and more stuff. I'm not going to go on too much to it, but I just wanted to see if there's anything that you guys feel like that they didn't address, because I posted it and you all looked at it, right?
Gameplay loop.
Gameplay loop.
The only questions I have are very esoteric ones, like, hey, if my Brutosaur is walking around my house, are the auction guys, are they attached to that too, or are they just chilling? If they are they not a part of the Brutosaur?
Since there's so few Brutosaurs, they should have him without the saddle on, with all the shit. Like, he's just
the meta and the S tier having a pet in your house is probably Tyvon though, because he can just be your dog.
Yeah, there's a lot of mounts like that are just like a dude with no saddle. Although Tyvon has a saddle on him, but yeah, I hope that you can pose them. Like, you can have them laying down, or because like a lot of these rigs have like laying down poses and things, like almost all the dogs and cats do. So if like it's like, okay, this is on the dog rig or the cat rig, it's like, well, can I set this guy to be laying down in a bed, or like set him to be like in attack stance, you know?
And have like a pillow that you can designate as their bed.
Kind of like how you can on Wowhead, you can like pick poses for characters that they have in the game, and it's like, so like I don't want to be able to pose like his arm up and this arm down, but let me just select between sitting, laying down, like aggro, dead, stuff like that. Like,
I what are you trying to say? Because Scrap just cut you off like 6 times in a row.
No, it's fine.
Starting.
So I had 2 ideas. One was, I thought it would be funny to have your Nixian Drake walking around your house with an Nixia's head on the wall. That'd be kind of funny. But they should do like a Pokemon daycare from Gold and Silver, where you can leave your mounts and then they can breed a new mount. Like, oh, I have my Onyxian Drake and my Black Drake, and I come back and it's like, oh, it's like a new kind of mount or something. That'd be cool.
That would be a gameplay loop. Dude, it would be cool if you could have, like, you could pose your Nixia Drake as dead, and you could have, like, her clip through the wall, so you have, like, her dead body and then the head on the wall or something.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that you could do if you could pose your mounts and pets.
Well, and if they do like they've done anything else player housing, it'll be what we think and then times that by 3, you know?
Yeah, people are being so creative, man. It's crazy. Not like our people, but like other people.
Some of our people are.
Well,
some of our people want to be the best housing content creators, so don't be talking bad about them.
Say us.
They got to get to work. They're falling behind.
Really nice. Like, Aus's channel is really nice.
Yeah, he's doing. He does better than our channel does.
Yeah, he does, and we love that for him.
No, and so
That's
I'm playing a video right now of Mr. GM's Endeavors recap. And Scrap, it does look like, so we will have Endeavors come out. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Or we'll talk about it coming out tomorrow. But it does look like there is some things you do in the game. Like there's that jumping puzzle that seems to be Endeavor.
Oh, that's like one of
like,
the things you need to do.
Yeah, like so there's like this magna-static charge. There was another one where you have like this big
That's
magnet gun
fun.
in your head.
I'm so excited to do things around the neighborhood. That makes you really happy. And it's cool if like they're in certain spots. Like, hey, the Endeavor's in my yard today, so everybody comes to my house to see my yard, and then they have to do the Endeavor. Like, gives you a reason to check out the neighborhood you might be missing. Like, I might not go to the far corners of the dark area very often because I'm on the beach. But if there's an Endeavor over there, I will, and I'll be like, oh wow, so and so has made a lot of changes to their house. I'm gonna check out the inside.
This is a snail mail quest where you have to get on a snail and deliver mail.
This is coming tomorrow.
Yeah. So okay.
Oh, I'm
gonna
really
jump straight into the big story, right? Which is tomorrow's 12.0.0, right?
Today even, because it's
today. Yeah.
Released.
What I'm gonna do is, if you guys will give me a second, I'm gonna log into the PTR so we can actually look at it. Okay. My goal here is to actually show you guys what's going on, instead of just talking about it and having static images, and we can actually play around with it and see for ourselves. Okay.
You guys show it on my screen here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot you guys have a. Give me 1 second. Let me share it.
Yeah, we have a very good technology here where we get to see what he's doing.
Shout out Discord.
Yeah, shout out Discord.
All right,
the nameplates are way better than those. Those are not doing what you can do with them justice.
Well,
is the sound playing, Frank? Because it's a bit loud.
No. Oh, is it?
Okay.
Sorry. If it might be, I've shut it off on my end, but.
Oh yeah, I would just turn. I don't mind it, but I would just turn it off for the stream.
Yep. Okay, so this is the Devour. It's coming out tomorrow. Devour Demon Hunter is out tomorrow.
Wait, is that you? You're a Devour?
I'm a Devour Demon Hunter, right?
Okay, there's like 4 buttons.
Yep, 4
buttons. Is that
buttons.
just your rotation or your defensives also?
Yep, build up,
every single here's the spell book. That's it.
God almighty. Is all classes like that?
Not as drastic, I would say, right?
Oh god. I'm dooming. I'm big dooming.
No, when you
just wait.
So
when you void ray, you get an auto one that picks up all the stars, so you don't even want to bother doing like there you go. Now do your thing. You'll pick them all up. There you go.
And then you start hurling stars at shit.
Yeah,
he looks really cool.
Build it up to your classic star and then just move an inch.
He looks so cool, Scrap.
Oh, did it ruin it?
It'll be so much fun.
Hey, why are you in melee? You're supposed to be at mid-range.
You can do whatever.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just be melee DPS then.
You can do whatever.
You gotta maintain that. You can't just let that fall off.
I'm not good at it. I didn't say I was good at it. I literally just picked it up a second ago.
You're not good at pressing 3 buttons. How do you be bad at pressing 3 buttons?
Anyways, jackasses.
Wow.
I literally was just pressing anything that wasn't on cooldown. So Devour is out today. Okay, so those of you that have been waiting for it, it is out, along with obviously all the other changes to Demon Hunter. VoidElf Demon Hunters will be out today as part of PrePatch. Now there is a quest you have to do to be able to unlock them. I read a tweet that said that apparently the lore behind VoidElfs becoming Demon Hunters is actually locked behind midnight, and so we're going to become Demon Hunters before the lore explaining why we're becoming Demon Hunters.
Do I have to unlock Void Elves to do the quest? Because I don't have that.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Didn't we do a quest in Koresh that kind of explained?
It explained why the Devourers exist, but not Void Elf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And maybe there's more stuff that I missed, but anyways, point is, you know what? There's one other thing. I don't even remember how to strafe or whatever. There's a thing that'll pop up when you log into the game that'll ask you if you want to change from classic to modern movement. Be ready for that. It's going to drive everyone fucking crazy. It just essentially rebinds your AD, Q, and E's. So just be ready for that. I'm just giving you a heads up. So Devour and Void Elves are coming in patch 12.0.0 tomorrow, but let's look at all the other things coming. I've got a list here. So you can expect to see all the class changes. All right. Talent trees will be updated. The pruning has happened for your class. Anything that you saw that was being taken out. I've got my Arcane Mage here as an example. And
your buttons.
What's your eye level on this?
So we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But
I've gone from having.
I'm gonna edit mode bring this up. I've gone from having like my entire bar is filled up. This is like everything, and even these two right here are something I'll talk about in a second.
Are they passive or something?
No, I'll tell you what they are in a second. They're not gameplay.
That's a new barrage helper.
No, it's not.
Oh, barrage helper.
You know, Frank needs a barrage helper. It's fine.
So you will expect to see your talent trees redone. You will see your new hero talents on here. You can redirect your talents to them if you like them better than what you currently have, but you will not be able to obviously fill out all of them until you get to level 90 or whatever it is.
Did you
You don't even have your
build this
Apexes on
one?
there.
No, I think this was just assigned from when I logged in.
Okay. Just do whatever Blizzard tells you then.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Hey, if it works, it works, right?
All right.
So you will see all your class changes happening. That includes things like fire mages, for example, saying that their spec has been absolutely tarred and feathered. You'll see survival hunter not going through his 8th rework.
I don't think anybody knows what's going on with Survival Hunter. Let me clarify. I don't know what's going on with Survival Hunter because every time I look, there's some different thing that people are confused or outraged about.
I'll tell you, Wowhead already has talent builds for pre-patch scrap, so you could just go copy that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Well,
I'm not planning on playing the
Devour
game.
gets like overrun with YouTube videos and stuff explaining everything.
Dude,
too,
no, I went and I deleted all my potions, all my consumables. I'm not picking up this game except to do endeavors or something. I'm not gonna do any actual content.
Well, for some reason,
one button for me for a while.
For some reason, you can also expect to see Covenant back on your map. I don't know what that's all about, but we'll talk about it.
Why?
I think that's a bug.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. So class changes. We've heard enough about them. We don't need to go too much more into them, but you will see a huge shock when you log into your character, no matter what. What else will be happening is the stat squish. Okay, so I've got my character, viewer right here. I've dropped from, I think Frank is 724 on the live, dropped to 165 here. Your stats will also drop with them, and I'll put a little image here. I have a comparison of my side by side. You will overall, at least what I've seen with everything I've checked, you will see a stat percentage increase. So I went from live having 21% crit to having 25 now. I think I went from like 24% haste to 29. So I saw a bump in all these numbers as percentages. But of course, the actual number themselves, I went from like 10,000 crit to 200 crit. So you can expect to see that. I think obviously with the tuning of all the class changes anyways, this might be irrelevant because it just matters how your class is tuned to begin with. But don't be surprised if you see all these stats being around 5% higher than what you're expecting to see. So that stat squish is happening as well as the eye level squish. Of course, when we go into midnight, our eye levels will bounce back. I think season 1's like 238 or something like that starts at, and goes up to 270 or something like that.
284, I think, or 280 something.
So that's the stat squish. You had a question about this? Is there anything else you want to look at here?
Oh, I just wanted to know what the stats looked like with our current gear. That's all.
Yeah, it's about a 5% increase is what I'm seeing on every stat. Percentage-wise.
What about our tier sets, Frank? What's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, good call. So tier sets, as we've talked about in the past, just get a flat 6%, 10% increase. They'll be boring AF, but that's the point. Otherwise, nothing crazy on the gear-wise. Again, everything will move, 1-to-1 as far as like what item you had to begin with. All right.
Nice.
Anything else on the stat squish questions? No.
No.
All right.
I don't care.
The event will happen next week on January 17th. So it's just the pre-patch event that you can come to expect with
what was the date
expansion.
on that?
The 17th January.
Is it already the 17th?
Oh, sorry, 27th.
It's the 19th
27th.
today.
No,
Yeah.
27th, sorry. 27th,
So
thank you. And we'll go to the Twilight Highlands, which actually I've been there farming lumber.
I
a
love
lot.
the Twilight Highlands.
Good
I love
zone.
the Cataclysm zones.
Yeah. So we'll be going there. It doesn't seem like it really does much of anything other than killing elites and rares and stuff like that.
Oh, this is like that bullshit thing. I thought it was gonna be a quest chain. I hate this stuff they do.
No, I mean there will be
Wow,
probably
you went
a
from-
quest chain
I know.
assigned to it, but nothing
No,
else.
I'm just
From up
remembering
here
the War
down
Within
here.
one. The War Within one was so bullshit. It was so dumb.
Well, you just saw
dude.
the like remnants, the blue and gold.
Yeah, is there
things.
mounts or anything you can get from
There are
it?
some mounts.
Oh, boy.
There's a gear.
Are they
catch-up
good or are they
gear.
bullshit looking like the War Within
I
ones?
don't do those events.
I don't
know.
Let me see if they have.
Pull up the damn mounts, Frank.
I don't know where to find it right now. I'm not gonna.
Do
We're not
what
even
I
prepared.
say.
We're not prepared for my question.
I gave
Nobody's
Scrap the
prepared for your
thumbnail today, and she
question.
still hasn't even built it. And she's talking about me not being prepared.
Well, I mean, all I've had time to do is look at it and be like, yeah, I'll do that.
Anyways, the event will start next week, so don't expect it on day one. You know, spend some time with your class and get to learn it. Don't get too crazy, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Transmog. I'm gonna go to the vendor because I don't have my mouse.
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
So this
Wait,
is the
can
big
you
thing.
level? Can you level to 90
in this?
No.
No.
in
Pre-patch?
pre-patch?
No.
Oh,
Why would you?
Why did you think that? Yeah.
I don't know. I was just it was a question. That's
I
It's a
guess
dumb
it's
question.
Lithium's first
I don't know.
expansion.
Everybody make fun of Lithium versus bad question.
it was a question that I'm sure other people were thinking to ask.
Okay.
God, you guys are so toxic. Toxic jar for all of
Toxic
you.
jar. We need the sound effect now.
Here is the new
$10.
Transmog system, okay? So I am going to open this window. Boom,
No.
there we go. All right,
Looks
so
Oh, that's a nice
you will
transmog,
see your
right?
outfit slots here on the left, okay?
The ones we already have.
And of course, just like you can before, you'll select each individual one. No, Scrap, these are, you only get 2, and these will be,
So Frank, here is the question I asked: is I have sets saved already?
I can't get 10 seconds into it before she has to jump to.
Well,
I
I'm
need
gonna
this information now.
question. This is if I'm watching this,
Okay.
I'm like, tell me, do I have to save
Custom
these?
sets are over here, Scrap, in this
Okay,
tab
thank
right
God.
here, okay?
Gorgeous
and
UI.
it will save them, right? Now, I told you earlier that
Mm-hmm.
some of my sets did not get saved over, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
what did or didn't, right? Like, I don't know what this set is. I don't think I've ever made the set.
That's a look for sure.
And I think this was me getting, trolling you for when we were talking about Goblin tier sets not being Goblin,
Yep.
But anyways, the custom sets should be there, and you can create new ones, of course, as well. All right, all the other sets that you have will be right here, okay? One change that is coming with Midnight, or 12.0, I should say, is if you get the mythic, or let's say the heroic version of a tier set, or of a set, and you fill it out completely, you will get all under versions of that included. So if you fill out the
Nice.
heroic one, you'll get normal and looking for aid automatically.
Is that retroactive?
It is retroactive, allegedly.
Sick, dude.
All right. Now, I will say, though, that remember, most sets will have like 8 items in them because they have bracers and stuff that you didn't worry about getting.
Yeah.
So, like, here, I should have this one. But I don't even
You
know
didn't
how
have
to
the
look at
brace. I know, yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
again, this also isn't correct because, like, I have this set and it's not showing. I don't know, right?
Yeah, it's beta, so
So, but you can look at the appearance itself, and here's the, so here's what I'm missing, right?
this UI new UI is fantastic for Transmog.
So, there's more to it, right?
There's more to it.
Yes, so there's a situations tab that allows you to decide when you will change. We've talked about this a little bit, but it'll be like if you're in a rest area, so i.e. a city, if you're in your house, if you're at the character select screen, right?
Nice.
So it could just be that you want to see this on the warband screen and nothing else. And then, of course, like, dungeons, raids, and all that stuff. It'll
Oh, that's
decide
cool.
whether you want to do it when you're swimming or whether you're on your ground mounts, which I should point out, ground mounts only constitute the ones that cannot fly. So if you're on your mount that can fly, but on the ground, it doesn't count that. And of course, flying. Your specs, of course. Sorry?
Oh, I said oh bad because I was thinking about Scrap wearing goggles when she's dragon riding.
I
or
was
something.
saying I was gonna wear a cowboy outfit every time I get on a horse.
And then
You're the
if you
worst.
have a set of equipment, so like, for example, on this tune right now, I have like my fire set gear, my frost set gear that you can change in, right here, my equipment manager.
I forgot you could do that.
Yep.
Maybe
So-
I would stop selling my shaman's weapons if I had that under control.
So you can enable this, all right? And I will show you how it works. So right now, I think I'm in my non-mounted set, but as soon as I mount up, you'll see that I've changed my gear.
Oh, I wish there was like a little animation for that.
So
Like, just
I'm
a little
glad you
poof.
said that, Scrap, because guess what?
Okay.
You can set it to an animation.
Cute.
You can
Oh, I
actually
love that.
drag, I have to go back here, but you can actually drag the appearances to your bar. So like, look, I can drag this to here. That's what these are. And when you change them this way, you get a little whoop.
Oh, nice.
Oh
See,
my
I like
gosh.
that, and they should make
I
like glyphs
knew
for
that
that.
Scrap was going
change
to
it.
ask that question, and I knew she was going to like that. I
You were
purposely set
prepared
that
for
up
Scrap's
just so I could
question.
show her.
I'll give you some credit. You're prepared for that
Whoop.
question.
Right?
That's very cute. I hope
So
that you can change the colors of the sparkles and stuff. Like if you're like a purple guy, like you clearly are, you could have a purple sparkles.
I mean, not a huge deal.
Yeah, Tinky Winky looking
put it-
ass.
That's just
Put
what
it
I
in.
want.
Put it in the improvements on the forums. Okay. So Scrap, you were asking about purchasing more. Is again, I think we went over these numbers, but like 100 for the first one, 200 for the second one.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you can buy the first like 10 or 15 for under 5,000 gold, so it's not terrible to get
Oh.
started. Okay.
Yes.
In fact, here, how much gold do I have on this? I have enough. Okay, so we'll do like this. You can assign icons and everything to them. Whatever up there. Yeah, so 200.
Very nice.
I think it goes 3, 5, and so on and so forth. Okay. And of course, you can manage them all here. You can clear out the current transmogrifications if you want to clear the whole system. And to change here, so let's look at a set. Let's just do this one. You know, this one's only 980 gold to change, right? So it's not as expensive to do as you think. Granted, I didn't change my weapon, which usually weapons are the most expensive. Yeah, that jumped it up to 1,500.
Oh, okay.
But once you change it, you're done, right?
That's not bad. That's,
Ooh.
I mean, that's like 500 more than transmogging costs right
I
now.
never realized
600.
how zaddy Frankenberry was.
It's because he's cut his stupid hair.
He cut his stupid hair. That's rough.
You got the anime
Ridiculous. All right. Any questions on transmog?
When you switch between the presets you have, like if you want to go back to your other one, that costs $0, right?
$0.
Yeah,
I can do this
that's
as
the
much as I
point.
want. No money.
Brilliant. I'm gonna save so much money on this.
Oh,
They
now
fucked
she's
up.
on board with it, despite us telling her 600 times.
Well, it's
We
'cause I've been
talked about
complaining.
this so many
No,
times.
It's because I complained so much, and now they're not gonna get my money. That's exactly what I wanted.
No, but it. This is the way it's always worked.
Here's an add-on that I want. I want them to somebody make an add-on that every time I transmog, keep a tally of how much money I'm saving from the old system. Like, I want to know how much money I saved.
I
mean,
we were
I'll
going to
make a
say something
tally.
before Scrap told us our terrible
Sorry.
transmog add-on.
Yeah, I did a non-transmog question. Is there a way to upgrade gear in the pre-patch, or is it not is it just a base eye level now?
I think it's just a base eye level. Nope, still
Gotcha.
got the tracks. No.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to upgrade, but who knows?
I don't have any gear to. Oh, here we go. Well, so you can still
that's
you
the
can still do
you
the
still do that.
catalyst.
Well, yeah, you can still do catalyst.
And you can probably do upgrades if you do the catalyst. Let's have a look. I like watching this Frank content. This is good.
Normally they
yeah,
Oh,
everything's
you can still upgrade. That's pretty cool. So
maybe
you can still redo some keys.
Can
and
you
stuff.
still earn those things?
Yes, but I don't know if there's any limitations to it. I don't know.
Okay.
No, we'll find out.
You still can't trade them.
We'll find out. We'll find out by the time people watch this.
Are scores stagnant now? Like, can you get points from doing keys?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
The season is officially
Oh,
over.
I like his alligator. Cute. It's the classic alligator.
This is why you like doing this live on stream. Okay.
Well,
yeah,
you can
I do.
still get IO, but you can't get title and stuff because because people can still get like some of the
I thought the achievements were done.
Well, they are done, but
you can still
you
get
can't
IO.
get like the mounts and stuff, but you can still get like the number. I think I don't know, but
It's just like this in season 1 of War Within, where like the last week they made everything super easy and stupid, and so you could get like a dumbass score. That was fun.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Ready to keep moving?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
So now let's get into the meat potatoes of what is, I guess, the most concerning changes coming in 12.0, which is add-on apocalypse, as has been referred to, the disarmament of add-ons, as Blizzard has referred to it. What I think really stood out to me this week is there was a tweet from some add-on developer, I think Nelf UI or something like that. Anyways, that effectively was showing me what I was most concerned with happening, and that is a guild weak auras pack, effectively, that they created for you to use in raid. Okay, now I should note that this add-on, as far as I can tell, was really just using timers, so you like would put input times to warn you about like boss mechanics coming up, right?
Certain things that are predictable.
Yeah, all the predictable stuff. Let's talk about what is actually changing. A lot of people think that the add-on apocalypse is here and we're not going to have any add-ons. The truth is, I think 95% of what you would need or want to see in your game is still going to exist. And that could include weak auras if they decided to keep going. But because I guess Blizzard, to them, went scorched earth, and it was really just around computational elements of the add-ons, the APIs that helped them compute certain things. Weak auras decided not to come back. I feel like now, seeing everything I've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if weak auras maybe slowly reverse its decision on that.
They have to hold.
Maybe they do. Again, maybe they're just like, who cares? We don't need this anymore in our life anyways. But the number one thing that seems to be people are talking about is add-ons aren't dead. You just now, because Weak Ores is dead, you're now going to have to go through a lot more work to get the UI that you want. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what that means is you won't see things like Plater telling you the spells that the mob can cast with a timer telling you when you can expect those mobs to cast it, right?
Yeah.
It means that your cell or your your raid UI won't tell you a lot of the it'll tell you a lot of the information of what people are using on themselves as defensives, for example. It won't let you, I think Blizzard has built this into the game itself where like if you start a cast of a heal on someone, it'll show you, you know better than I do, show you like what you can expect to see as a result of that heal on the bar.
Yeah, I think they added the predictive healing.
Yeah. But like there's not more to it than that like maybe Cell would have provided you as an example. And of course, there are not things like, putting world markers down on certain things or on certain players when a certain mechanic happens, okay? The idea is that Blizzard said, we don't want you having the game playing information for you. You have to make make decisions for yourselves. However, with the things like still allowing timers in the game, I kind of like sit there and feel like people are going to say Blizzard chickened out.
I think so too. But is there no details?
So we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, I thought that was part of this part.
It is. So actually, here, we'll go and talk about it. Okay, so the damage meter's right down here. I'm going to pull it up in a second. But details will still exist in 12.0. However, because of the API changes, and let me move this up here, you can download details, right? But all it will do is reskin this information. It might make it a little bit easier for you to navigate around like you're used to, right? It might, for example, Lithian's complaint right now with the damage meter is it doesn't clear or start a new segment or whatever whenever you do a new dungeon. Maybe details will have access to do that because it's just.
Can you clear it manually?
Oh yeah, you
can. Damage meter? Okay, that, right? That's what I do anyway.
No, but like one thing details does that nice is like let's say we're running a whole bunch of dungeons all night. Details will know that you're in a new dungeon and immediately like start the meter over for you.
You know what we need to make is an add-on that tells you to restart the meter. Like
well, that's the thing. We won't have that add-on because the add-on won't be able to know when you enter a new dungeon, right? And that means details may not be able to tell when you're entering a new dungeon.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things that you will see, but details will still exist. And if you don't like the look and feel of it, which we'll go over here in a second, what it looks like, details will still exist. It just has lost some functionality. So that's one example. Let me go through my list real quick. What do we got here? So yeah, damage meters. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go into edit mode here. And this is what the damage meter will look like. Now you have some customization choices here. For example, you can make it wider or taller.
Okay. I like mine really wide. You can
make the bars really big and fat, or
Can you have multiple windows so I can see the overall?
You can have three windows.
Oh, that's more than I need.
Okay. You can take the opacity. You can make the background clear or not. Text size big. Now I don't see it. Oh, yeah, because this is a demo. They did fix the damage meter in the beta, which will be, I think, reflected in 12.0, where it will include on the main screen your DPS, your damage done, and what % of the damage of overall you've done, right? Which is was a big ask. They did add It's going, Lithian.
You forgot about the styles, man.
Oh, are there styles? Hold on.
If you go back into edit mode, you can see the different styles. There's like a thin bar style that I like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I'll get to that in a second. But they added in the beta a deaths tracker, which I think will tell you a death recap. So it doesn't look like that might be coming out in 12.0.
They have interrupts?
Yeah, they have interrupts. They have the spells.
Okay.
Yes.
Healing and HPS. And then damage taken and avoidable damage taken.
No explosive meter?
No explosive meter. Lithian, was that in...
It's at the top.
There's style. There we go. Yeah. So you can do bordered, you can do thin, right?
That looks terrible.
Thin is kind of cool. I don't like it, but I think it's different. It's kind of cool.
No one's ever done that ever with their details. So.
Well, no one ever. If you're the person, tell us in the comments you're the person.
I'm sorry.
All right, so that's the damage meter. Any questions on the damage meter?
Toxic. Any questions about the damage meter?
No.
Okay.
Yep. Is it accurate? like the deaths and stuff?
It does seem like it, but again, something just, I don't know, maybe because it's so like.
You wouldn't know if it wasn't.
That's true.
No, I would know
Well,
the
no, I
deaths.
would-
like
I
if
would
I remember
because-
Frank died 5 times,
Oh,
it
that's
said he
accurate.
died
No,
once.
here's the problem. You think you remembered Frank dying 5 times when he
Yeah.
actually died 7 times.
And Scrap
Yeah,
died
me-
7 times too.
Yeah, I always forget how many times I died.
Okay,
God.
another thing coming in the expansion with this is audio accessibility. So where was it? Audio assist. Here we go. So this is something that you can turn on that will tell you, for example, when combat starts or ends, right? It'll tell you when your health drops or goes up by a certain increment if you'd like. So if you drop by 50%, it can alert you. And you can even change the form of how it tells you. And the throttle. So if you don't want it to tell you every millisecond, because it fluctuates. You can tell it when you're aggroed. So you can even have it say you're targeted, right? So you're targeted if you get whatnot, and you can even have it say the target's name. You can have it tell you when the boss is, lost 20% or, ever so how much percent. You can have it tell your party health in case you're healing. You can have say your mana when you're low, which might be nice because I sometimes always forget to look myself.
It's telling you with like an AI voice?
It's telling you with the Microsoft voice. So here, let me.
Yeah. It sucks.
There was
I don't
something.
like
Can you change the voice? Like, can I?
You can download other voices. It will just go off what your Windows has as available.
But I can't set like a woo sound to something.
You can,
Like
and
a
I'll get to that in a
I'm
second.
sorry, what
Okay.
sound? I
You know,
didn't hear
the sound because I hear it on your week
Wee.
or it goes woo. I don't do those sounds, but it's funny watching somebody else
the
stream,
clown nose.
and then the
Just, hold on, I gotta
You
put
don't
audio
like the
back
clown
on for
one?
this.
and the what's the clown one?
Goes, ha.
No, I don't know that one. I don't know why, but the woo is like the iconic one to me. Like woo.
I can't make the sounds. I don't know.
Yeah. So your week or I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I hear them. I hear them all
Yeah.
the time. I don't know what I'm gonna do when this comes out because I have to reset everything.
You have to actually look at your game instead of listening to it.
I like to listen. I need the audio cues because I'm disabled.
Right.
In
Well, now you
like
can
my
have them.
eyes. My eyes are disabled.
Okay, I've turned audio on.
Okay.
Bear with me 1 second. I need to make sure these are on themselves. So
Io will just edit it in, or make a note for you.
Io's gonna edit
he'll
it
make
in.
he'll make a note for you to edit it in.
where was one that if I target something? There we go. Okay. So one other thing I want to call out, which made me laugh, is that the audio assist, you can change the speed of how it talks to you, and I've set mine to very low. It's like minus 9%, whatever, 9
Yeah.
times.
Okay.
Leave training
Why did you do that? It sounds terrible.
It reminds
they
me of
can
the
hear
sloth
that?
from
It sounds-
Zootopia.
Yeah.
It's,
Can the people hear that?
They can,
can
yeah.
hear that.
They can hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's
Do it one more
like
time.
slurred.
I'm not gonna laugh.
All right, let's listen to what it actually sounds like, though.
Yeah. No.
Sample text.
Training dummy.
All right,
That would be
so-
a funny affix. Like-
right. And granted,
Yeah.
that is oh shit, I'm not buying a token. That is just for like selecting. I'm gonna turn that off now. But again, like I don't have anything right now because everyone's wailing away on this stuff, so it's not gonna be able to tell me like the target percent health.
Yeah.
But it can tell you when you're targeted from a cast, right? So if you're targeted, stuff like that, and it'll tell you if there's an interruptible cast that you can go after, and if you're successful, stuff like that. So I think obviously as an accessibility thing, this is always great.
Yeah,
However,
for all the blind people playing WoW.
well, not even that, just like, kind of like maybe people just don't have the capacity for X amount of reasons. I don't want to
I
judge.
don't. Yeah.
But it's just, I think in general, a great thing for people who are going to be upset about Weakor not telling them certain things. It's not everything, of course, right? But you can have it tell you when mobs are casting something because you don't like the nameplate system, which of course Plater still exists to a degree. So that's really nice. And I'll go ahead and cover this real quick. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'll go and jump around a little bit. So let's talk about the Cooldown Manager. I've already got it enabled. Where do I access it? Oh, I access it in edit mode. There we go. So with the Cooldown Manager, move this over. All right. So add it in. So we've already had this in play for a little while now. Okay. This shouldn't look anything crazy if you've been playing around with it to begin with. But added in 12.0, I think, are two different things. The first is you can now add alerts to anything that is alertable. So here's an example. Actually, I'm going to add blink because that was the one I used earlier. Here we go. So blink, right? So you can add visual cue to it. So here, so right now you see it on my cooldown manager right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can make it so that when it, like, for example, charge is gained, it will flash in this case,
This
or
is so fun.
I can make it do marching ants, which is this. If you have never seen marching ants, it's the
So fun.
apply changes. There we go.
I mean, this is just like
So
what Weak Auras does, except a lot easier.
Right? Yeah, a lot easier to manage. So you'll see it pop up here in a second, but you can also add audio alerts. All right. So for example, when it's a charge gain, for example, and they have actually quite a lot of audio alerts.
Oh, they have Wii? Or no?
I don't know. I don't think they've used anything that wasn't theirs. But for example, here I got to turn the audio back on because you can't hear it. They have like distorted animal noises as one of them.
Oh, let's have it.
Where's the? There we go. Nope, not that one. So here, animal cat.
Oh, that kind of sounds like Wii U. Fuck.
No, too long.
Do they have a demo store one?
Right?
Oh,
my favorite are the Warcraft 3 and Warcraft 2 ones because they got.
Oh, that's cool. Job's done.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, this is really good. I'm back in.
That wolf owl reminds me so much of Dota 1.
Were you out?
Yeah, I was a little nervous.
When were you out? You haven't even tried any of
Well,
this stuff.
I'm actually back out because I'm worried about the 3 buttons of the rotation again.
You know what?
Like, why do I even need all these amazing tools if there's only 3 buttons?
But also text to speech.
You have more than 3.
So another accessibility thing. Blink is off cooldown.
Oh, that sounds just like it sounds on your game.
That sounds like it sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are coming with the cooldown manager. Let's call it 3.0. And I think that the cooldown manager will cover. Someone made a tweet today saying like, "Oh man, it's just still not there, and you got to still download all these things." I'll be honest, y'all. If we can make this work with Arcane and Survival, and Scrap didn't even try with Survival, if we can make it work for those classes and I'm sure more, yes, there might be one outlier, but 99% of y'all will be able to get everything you need out of the cooldown manager.
Yeah.
It could always go more. It could, it'd be nice to have more out of it, but it's definitely pretty damn good. And I think with the audio and the visual cues now, that's awesome.
Here's my fear though, because it's like I raw dog Survival. I don't even use that because the spec is so simple and we're within season 3. I don't want to not have to use these beautiful tools they put in because they ruined all the specs. That's my fear.
If you use a Lucthos or FNR, any kind of those middle of the screen weak auras right now, this is pretty much going to be able to give you whatever you want out of those. Maybe you have to get an add-on for something for like a resource to put mana there, but other than that,
Well, no, you can do resource. I mean, it doesn't look as good, and you could argue you want it like slimmed down. But there will be add-ons for the cooldown manager that can, again, customize its look as well. So there's still stuff to add on to it that weak auras, maybe did for you that you're not getting out of the base game. But again, I think 99% of it's there, and then maybe this add-on will help you, like for example, let's say I want to put my blink up here and this over there. There's add-ons there for you to do that. Okay.
Nice.
So that's the cooldown manager changes coming, and of course the audio alerts. Let's talk nameplates.
Oh yeah.
Nameplates. Here we go. So one thing that I really like is that they give you an example nameplate to see what it looks like as you're making the changes, because you can, adjust it.
Very nice.
You can make the debuffs bigger and smaller, right? There's a modern, there's a thin bar. So what this does is makes the health bar a little bit thinner. There's a blocky bar, which makes both bars a little bit blockier. There's the clean health, where it just takes everything out of the health bar itself and puts the name above it. There is the blocky cast, which makes the cast bar blocky, and the focus. And then there's legacy red, I guess just makes, like, it look like a PvP encounter.
And sorry, keep talking.
No,
I'll
go.
ask questions.
So you can add
Can
things
you
like
blacklist?
no. We'll talk about that in a minute. So you can add like the health value, or you can do health percentage. If for example, execute, you want to know when you're at 20%, you can see it there. You can see, again, you can add like the spell names if you want. You can make the spell icon disappear if you don't want it. Most importantly, you can see, who is the target. So target name right there. So this was big for me on the beta as a healer. I could see that, you know, Ioski was about to get cast on something. I could start preparing to heal him. And then there's also a highlight that will show it turn red when you're the one being targeted by it, which I think is nice.
Oh.
There's an aggro display, so you can have it be progressive where, here, I can scroll back up, but where it'll be progressively kind of glowing. You can have it flash at you as well, and you can also change the health bar color based on their aggro status with you.
Ooh,
so
that's new.
that's part of the, you know, the plater packs that people were worried about. That'll be there.
Yeah.
If I still played Arcane, it'll be really important. You can hide friendly player buffs if you want to. You can hide.
That was funny.
It's funny.
You can hide enemy buffs and debuffs if you want. Now, again, there is no blacklisting or whitelisting. You can pad them if you want. You can put this way up here if you want. I don't know why you do that.
Hopefully they're just getting rid of the useless information then.
And then you can simplify some nameplates. So, for example, if there's minions of like a hunter or whatever, miners, which are like the mobs in dungeons that like aren't even normal, let alone elite. You can do the same thing for friendlies and then friendly NPCs if you turn those on for you. So
that's
nameplates,
nice.
pretty good, right? Not great, but pretty good. I'd agree.
It's very nice. And you can change the
it's
color
workable.
of it to any color you want, or no?
Okay.
With add-ons, you can.
So add-ons, apparently, I haven't seen this for myself because it was just like too confusing to me. But there are add-ons out there that you can have that'll change the color of the nameplate based off of whether they're a caster, which apparently they find because there's like some aura that lists them as a paladin in the game. Whether they're a boss, whether they're non-elites, you know, especially in dungeons. And there was another one that I can't remember. Maybe I ask you remember it, but there's a way to change it through things like Plater or Platinator, I think is the other one that.
Yeah, I don't even need the
Platinator, yeah.
specifics. I just don't want it to be that color. Like I want it to
Well,
be
this
different
is
color.
blue because
yeah.
I'm a mage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like, okay, here, let me see if I can find like someone that's not being here. So
Brown.
like this would be for warriors. I guess they're listed as warriors. But when we did it in beta, everything was red.
Oh.
Everything was just kind of like a red enemy.
When you aggro it, does it turn red? Like how it is now?
No, again, here, let me go into the real world.
Go on to the real world.
You're the real world.
Although I was enjoying you when you're at the top of Dornogle, you like go into little squares. I was like hyper fixated on you doing that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
This is yellow because this is neutral.
Okay, yellow neutral, right?
Red.
Red, angry.
Yep.
When you aggro it, does it change color?
So right now it doesn't because I'm not in a party, but if I were to have the threat turned on,
Yeah,
right, so
it will.
it will aggro display. Let me see if I can. I'll turn all three on. Right. So this should.
Red guy.
Just don't one-shot it.
Yeah, because I have aggro and but in a party, what would happen is everything would start turning orange and yellow. I think yellow means that you have it and you're not supposed to. Oh, what's this? That you're not supposed to. And orange is you're like you've just ripped threat, and or if you're the tank, you're losing threat and you need to get it
You're
back.
losing it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's
Yeah.
something
I've been
important to be
using it.
communicated.
I'm getting used to it now.
Mm.
I don't lose threat very often, but you know when I do, I now know.
I'll be testing you on that one. My
Okay.
Devourer.
Yeah, I'm not worried about your devourer.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
All right, how you guys feeling so far?
Look, there's a lot of good stuff in
Oh,
this.
also, I want to point out, sorry, with the defensive stuff, you can now also. I'm gonna see if where it is. You're supposed to be able to export these.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Export.
though.
You could you go to edit and then you go to the top.
What, this?
And yeah, and you go to
No, no,
export. Hit the
there's-
drop down.
There's supposed to be an export it for just the cooldown manager.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, right here. Here it is. Okay. So you can now export your. So if like let's say your favorite streamer or whatever has a really good system in place for this stuff, they can post it. So I bring this up because a lot of the things people were excited about going into this whole add-on apocalypse was, oh good, now I don't have to pay Quasi for his pack, right?
Yeah, but now you have to pay him for his loadout.
Arguably, this has made it worse, right?
But this has put the hands, like the power in your hands, because you could do any of this
Yes.
stuff. There's
Yeah,
nothing
there's
not
nothing-
accessible about this.
Yeah, weak auras are not like weak auras were not accessible in the sense you had to like sometimes even know code.
No. Yeah. I mean, you could do basic. You could do all this stuff in weak auras without doing too much research, but like the really fancy stuff is like way. You have to really know how to do it.
What was
Yeah.
your question again? I was making a timestamp or whatever.
I was just saying that is it a problem that because they now have an export of the cooldown manager and layouts of it, including things like, how do they make noises and stuff, it might be a new era of your favorite streamers charging for their packs. And is that a problem?
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
You're
I don't
the
know
one
if
that's
it's
most
against, like,
susceptible. Your boy Ellesmere is the one that likes to charge for this stuff.
I mean, that's just a Patreon thing, and I think that's mostly associated with, I think Wago does it, but yeah, I don't know.
Well-
If it's not against TOS, I guess it's not a huge deal, but I think also, I mean, if it's something people can do just by exporting it, you should probably just have it available, especially if people have like websites and stuff with their info, like Ellesmere Megaset. It's probably good to just have it available. But also, how much work do you need to actually put in to get it to look just like theirs? It's probably not that
Right.
much.
That's the thing. If they go through the time and effort to make it look that a certain way and you want to copy it, then I don't care if they charge you for it. But you can also just go in and do it yourself.
Yeah. Maybe
Like-
I would see more people, they just want to support the creator.
Like I like to support some creators, not all of them, because most of them are terrible, but there's a couple out there that are okay. I can't name them right now, but maybe Ellesmere is okay. I don't watch that.
I kind of agree with you. I feel like, look, it's up to you. Nothing is required. Nothing of this would be required. So it's up to you. Like, if you want to do it, do it. If not, like, if it's $10, to me, that's like, okay, whatever. If it makes your life easier and you save 2 hours of work, why not?
And a lot of it's locked behind like Patreon goals and stuff. So it's kind of just you're already donating to a creator you appreciate, and then that's just a perk you get for it. So it's not even like you're specifically like, my UI's trash, I need it to look like this, I guess I'll pay,
Well,
I
you know
guess
the
I'll
WoW
pay.
community, and they're the type of people that would say, "Oh, Blizzard, you guys are so bad at it. I have to pay someone else to make my UI."
They're the type of people.
They're exhausting for sure.
Yeah. I've never paid for UI. I mean, have you guys paid for UIs before? Like
No.
money?
I have. Well,
I don't think so.
I have
that
supported
was a thing.
Quasi, and by supporting Quasi, I got certain weak auras and access to stuff.
okay.
But most of
But
his
did
UI
you
is
support
free.
him? Did you support him for that stuff, or were you
No.
supporting him and you got it?
I didn't support him for it, but it was a nice. I mean, it was a nice add-on.
We're
And
just
then
doing quests now.
I think
I
the
was looking around. I'm curious.
I
Go back to
technically
running into your little squares.
didn't pay
Oh,
for
over
it,
here?
but
Yeah.
somebody in my Mythic Guild paid the Liquid Patreon to get access to their weak auras as they were working on them for Race to World First. So that's probably the closest thing we ever did for.
And I mean, I feel like that's a more egregious of a problem because people feel like I need this to be successful, whereas
they need it.
Like, again, because I can't build it myself, whereas this is 100% accessible. You can build it. Everything is there. It's just really you're saving time, I guess.
Yeah, save some time. And
Well, I might if they have these up in the class discords, is like here's what we recommend. I might just use that as a starting point, and say like, oh, I want this a little
Wowhead will have those
bigger.
too, right? Like they usually put those up in Wowhead.
Wowhead. Yeah, so I could see myself like, there's a lot that I have to start with. Let me just get what they recommend, and I'll see what I need and what I don't need.
I can't see you doing any of that, but we'll see.
I probably won't do any of that. But I mean, it might just be like, I don't know, like if I'm learning a brand new spec, right? Like I don't know what information I need yet. And it's like, well, what do you recommend I track? It's like, well, here's what we recommend you track. I'm like, okay, I'll start with that.
All right. Let's keep moving then, because this is taking more time than I thought it would.
We're almost done, right?
The rest of the stuff I don't think will be like mind blowing. Okay,
I don't know about the endeavors. Is that not coming?
we'll talk about it. So party frames and raid frames are being updated in the
nice.
pre-patch as well. They look a lot like Cell does. Now, granted, there is some technology or limiting things that maybe Cell did that you liked that this doesn't. But I'll be honest, from my perspective, I'm, again, 99% happy with this, if not 100%. You're a healer, so you can tell us more from your perspective. But what they've effectively done is they've made it so that you can have, I think it's like debuffs. Well, you can change this, but like there's debuffs in the bottom left, buffs on the right. It'll show you status effects. So, for example, if a marker is on top of a mob, or if there's a disease, if there's a bleed, if there's a curse, it'll change the color of the bar. You can see like there's a gradient effect to let you know without necessarily taking it away from your, seeing the class color. You can arrange it by party, or role, you can arrange it by class or group or whatever. And like, for example, I think it's here. Yeah. No, never mind. Somewhere you can make it so that like it shows their class color instead of just showing a green health bar, which I prefer, for example. What do you think? I mean, is this good enough?
Yeah, they're pretty good. The customization you have for them, I don't think there's a lot even add-ons can really do. I think the one everyone uses right now is called like Dander's frames, and I haven't really played around with that or used it, so I'm not sure exactly if that's able to move any of the elements around. But just the base ones have been pretty decent. I know some classes like Druid have some issues where they can't always see all their hots, so I don't know if they're gonna have a better time with that. But I think the base frames are actually pretty decent compared to how they are in live currently, and there's a lot of quality of life that you would have had in current live that you would have had from like Omni CD. Not exactly Omni CD, obviously, because you can't track other people's, but being able to put when someone uses a defensive, you can see what they're using in the middle, so you can't necessarily track it, but they used it, so you might not have to heal them as much. Yeah, I think if most healers at any level can use these and be competent with them, if you're a higher level healer, there's going to probably be little things you're going to want to see if there's an add-on that you can edit stuff with. But for I would say like 90 to 95% of the player base, these are perfect.
Yeah. I mean, Haywire, again, is a healer who doesn't use any of the add-on spells or add-on for healing. And this is going to be a huge upgrade for him.
He's a clicker.
Big thing for me for live was I needed the debuffs to be visible because they didn't do a very good job in current with lives. Raid frames, you could never really tell when someone had a debuff on them. And I think things like heal absorb, just more ways to quickly assess what's going on. And I think they took inspiration from a lot of Voodoo Cell things over the years, and they've implemented them pretty well. So I think they overall, compared to what I would have expected them to be able to do, they did a much better job than I expected with this.
One thing that I really need to call out that I think is a huge win, and you tell me if there's other add-ons that do this, but I don't think Cell does this, is if there is, let's say, a defensive or a debuff on them, I couldn't mouse over it and read what it was doing in the old systems of add-ons, right? Whereas this, if I mouse over, whatever debuff they might have, the tooltip will pop up, which I think is a huge W.
Yeah, I don't know if you couldn't do it in any of those other ones, but yeah, that's a really good feature for especially the base ones. You see a debuff and you're like, oh, what killed that guy? And you look and you go, oh, these people have this debuff on them. And if you know, especially if you're new to the dungeon or you haven't really run a ton of Mythic Plus, just being able to quickly see that, oh, this is doing damage per second, I gotta make sure I'm healing them. I think that's a good feature to add.
Now,
it would be interesting.
No.
I was gonna say it would be interesting if it shows you the whole tooltip. It's like, so this person's dying. You don't want to sit and read it, right? If there was like, it just shows you like kind of what it is, like shorthand.
Well, because I'm doing the Keystone Kindergartens of beta. What I would do is there were a lot of things that weren't listed as a spell being cast by the mob, but it was damage being done, and I couldn't find, I couldn't connect the dots to where was it coming from or whatever. And by quickly just seeing the name of the spell, I knew, okay, well, I can go to Wowhead later and look at that, or I can, I can research it later and find out what it was. Now, granted, in the damage meter, I would have that access to look at it there too, and I'd know what I'm looking for now. So just even like glancing the name was a huge deal.
It would be cool if they had like the name and then the description, and between the name and the description, like a series of icons that's like, this icon is damage over time, this icon is dispellable, this icon is poison.
Well, they kind of do. They do.
They do. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
What a good idea they had then.
It'll
highlight. It'll have a ring around it and a ring around the player with this little status icon. I don't know if you can see it, Scrap.
Okay.
This is as big as the party frame one go. But anyways.
Oh, dude, you can't make it bigger. I was gonna say, as somebody who's played healer now, I would make this bitch like half my screen. Oh my god,
you played healer one time.
I did 2 times. 2 keys.
Anyways,
somebody who plays healer now.
Yeah.
No, but like some people like it this way, and I'm.
What the fuck?
when
That's
I'm healing. This is how
crazy.
I like it when I'm healing.
That's how you like it? I've never seen
Yeah.
you have that before.
Yeah.
Ever.
Cool. You never watch my stream,
yeah.
period. So what difference does that
Never.
make?
Never
Wow.
seen
Anyways,
it.
the one thing though that is critical that I can completely understand why people would be like, I need this, is the like the whitelist, blacklist of, you know, what things are
Yeah,
tracked.
yeah.
Because there are some things like an aura, right, that's on the boss the whole time. I don't need to see people are affected by that. I know it's happening, right? It's part of the
Yeah.
fight. And you know, I get it. Like the first time, maybe you want to see it because you don't know the fight and you need to, what the hell is that? But like, I should be able to remove it. So like, hopefully in the future, they have some ability where you can like maybe right click a boss's ability. I get it. Maybe not for like trash pulls and stuff like that. You don't get that kind of like choice, but at least with the bosses, give us the whitelist, blacklist. I'm hoping,
Yeah.
you know, fingers crossed. That is probably the top of my list of this still needs to be done for all the add-ons that
Yeah.
we've seen or all the
Yeah, I
UI
mean,
stuff.
you must know there's classes where it's like I put dots on the thing that I don't need to track and
Yeah.
dots I do need to track, and it's like, why are those all thrown together? I only need to
Yeah.
track one of these. Like, yeah, it's cool to know that the spell that I hit every third GCD puts a thing on this, but like, I don't need to know that. I
Yep.
don't need to track. Like, so yeah, we need the whitelist, blacklist.
Yep. Oh, also, while we're talking about raid stuff, they're adding chat bubbles for raid. I thought that was really cool.
What's chat bubbles?
You know how like if you're in a party and you type and it has a little bubble over their head? Well, it doesn't do
Yeah,
that for
oh.
raid. And I always miss when I'm raid leading and like talking to people and we're talking Discord, but someone says something in chat. Because like the you know, the chat box is always full of a whole bunch of nonsense and shit.
Yeah.
I always miss it, but like I'm looking at the screen, just not in that corner. You know, chat bubble. It's gonna be great.
That's not interesting. I didn't even know that wasn't in.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought
All
it
right.
was, but
Nope, it's not. All right.
Yeah.
So other things, I guess we'll just talk about the DBM that's coming in. So this is it right here. I'm gonna turn these off real quick. Hold on.
It's cute. I like it. It
So
reminds me of a lava lamp.
you can do it vertically, you can do it horizontally, so it can kind of like count
What?
into your character.
It's
I
just
really
the
like
little
this for two reasons. One, it'll show you the status things that you need to be like. So for example, if this is a big heal cooldown as listed in the dungeon journal,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't
it'll
know
give
that.
you little indicators to tell you it's coming. You can add that it tells you like the well, so if you mouse over it, it'll give you the tooltip too, which is again cool. Where is it? You can see like the text as well. Oh, you can only do it if it's in vertical. Okay, so it'll tell you the text of the, you know, like Devour is coming or something, whatever spell is, you know, Dimensius is casting. We don't know, according to Mr. GM's video, which by the way, that's where I learned everything. So shout out to him, and I'll put a link to his video in the comments. We don't know if this is working on current stuff or only for like future midnight releases. So be prepared that maybe this doesn't work entirely in the coming, you know.
Oh, you linked
week.
it to yourself. Your head.
What? Oh, right here.
Yeah, it's linked.
But it what I like about it is it's got this little indicator here to tell you when it's T-minus 5 seconds, which, as you know, for raid calling, that's usually what I do. And the thing is like DBM and bigwigs can change the interface of this. If you like the old bar system, that stuff still exists. So again, the overarching thing with add-on changes is anything that Blizzard gives you, your add-ons can manipulate, but it cannot take additional information that they're not giving you, right? And of course, you can also move your quote-unquote DBM, which in this case is the boss warnings, the call-outs around your screen as well, which DBM could do that, bigwigs could do that, but it was not as accessible to the user to understand how to do that. You had to like lock and unlock things all the time. You'll now have the ability to move these things around as you see fit. So that is also coming in 12.0.
Scrap's just going to use Frank.
I was just saying this isn't for me. I like this is for raid leader. I'm not have this.
Oh, no personal accountability. Just
Like,
tell me what to do.
It's just my cute little lava lamp on the side that I ignore. Like, so it's not for me. Sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
You got customization to make it opaque. You got, you know, add a background to it, stuff like that. So again, really good. I like it a lot.
I think it's a good add to the to the
Scrap, look at this.
I won't
know.
have that up. No. I will
I mean,
not
you
have
might
that.
have it up and say, "Hey, look at my lava lamp. There's things falling to
Yeah,
the bottom.
I'm
I don't know
very
what to do."
fixated by that. Like, it's very pretty, but
Maybe you shouldn't have it up.
no, I don't want this. Not for
So
me.
Yeah,
that
Frank.
is raid warnings. That is the UI changes. We'll go quickly through journeys, which Nope, not that one. How do you get to? There we go. So delves have been moved to journeys, and journeys is an entirely new interface thing that you're going to be getting from Dragonflight and on, which is where I think Renown came into play. So you'll have all your Renown in one place. Again, it'll show you the Dragonflight stuff, anything you had from before that. Delve seasons will be in here, so you just click on this and you'll kind of see a new interface for the delve. I think this is a little cleaner and bit easier to understand.
You should put the delves at the top. Why do I need to see my Dragonflight bullshit before the delves? You know what I mean?
Well, you weren't on PTR to tell them your feedback, so they didn't do it.
I'm telling them now, all the people who watch our podcast.
All the developers.
Well, I gotta scroll past all this irrelevant crap to see the relevant
You can see
stuff.
your Grey Vault. No, I think this is already done in wait, where? Okay, well, you can see your Grey Vault by clicking this button up here now. So that'll be
cute.
Where
Cute,
that is.
Cute.
Oh,
Where's
yeah. You can also access it this right here.
Okay, I was gonna say, where's the? Are they getting rid of this interface then?
No. And I don't think there's much more to this that's that chaotic, but just know that it's there, and if you're a big delver, that's where you can expect to see it.
Damn, Frank, you hit 3K in beta. You finally beat me to 3K in something.
I did, yeah. Other than that, we got the new tutorial system, which I think actually came out in this patch that we're currently in, but it's there if you want it. But yeah, the journeys tab will have everything you're looking for, especially when it comes to delves. All right, let's talk housing real quick. Boop. I don't have the whatever going on here.
Oh, your books you have.
Yeah, I don't
Very
even
nice.
know. Oh, these are new books. How do I get these?
Oh, you need those books.
Yeah. What can we expect from housing? Well, I believe if I saw correctly, there's about 20 to 30 new items that will release with the patch as far as non-Endeavor based items. There are a couple that are coming from not the new dungeons from season 1 of Midnight. So for example, Pit of Sauron. I believe there's a decor in there that if you go and do on normal and heroic, you can get the, if it's a 100% drop or not, I don't know, but you can get the decor from those dungeons now because they are in the game currently. Of course, the Midnight ones you won't be able to get until Midnight launches officially. But yeah, there's about 30 more things coming into the core window. But more importantly, we are going to have our official leveling. Oh, I gotta actually have my house, but imagine for a second we can go up to level 9 on our housing in game.
Theater of the Mind.
Yeah. There will be a new ambient light system, I think, added in level 6. There will be oh damn, there's a whole bunch of things. What else did they say?
We went over it last week though, didn't we?
No, maybe, but like the big thing is going to be Endeavors are going to be there, and
cool.
So as a guild leader in our guild neighborhood, I will be the one responsible for choosing it. But if you're in a regular neighborhood, the game will automatically choose it for you. There are 6 Endeavors that have been at least seen. There might be more, but we don't know. And you will be able to visit other people's neighborhoods who might have a different Endeavor and still be able to do the shopping that you want. There's a new currency that comes with it where you do things for the Endeavor and you're in like tokens, let's call them like neighborhood tokens or whatever, that you can exchange for decor items. And it looks like each Endeavor has somewhere between 10 to, maybe 10 plus items from them that you can get from them as well.
So this changes every week, the Endeavor?
Every month.
Every month. So this month we're working on this, and next month we're working on that.
So for example, I think there's like a Nifim one, there's a Ethereal's one, there's a Blood Elf one. We probably won't see that because it has a lot to do with Midnight.
Or what? How's our guild gonna work?
Don't worry, we'll talk about that off pod. But yeah, sure.
I don't know on that.
So you can expect to see the Endeavors. Right now, level 9 is the highest that we see on the beta. We're not sure if it'll go any higher. There's nothing that says, otherwise. But you will see Blood Elf and Night Elf houses should be available to you as well, for those of you that have been waiting for it. And outside of that, charter neighborhoods. You can now officially do charter neighborhoods because I don't think that was announced not to be working in the pre-release, but it wasn't, and it should be working now. So we can make our charter neighborhood for the Horde neighborhood, as we don't have one yet. That's everything you can expect to see. Oh, and a new training PvP mode. Training grounds, I think is what it's called. And you can earn honor from it, but we don't know if you can earn anything else from it.
I'm amazing at PvP, so I don't need that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll say all you do is this, what do you call that?
We don't need to talk about it.
Comp-Sop.
Where you literally you just literally stand in their graveyard and do a gajillion damage. I had like quadruple the damage of the next person on the fucking list.
All
Just
right.
sitting in the graveyard.
Any questions? Scrap, I guess I'm going to say this because Lithium and I have been on beta. Any questions about UI that you're worried about going into 12.0?
No, I feel very positively about it.
Posy
Yeah.
That's
vibes.
good.
The
That's
only
good.
thing I feel like I really want is blacklisting.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
And whitelisting. But I mean I might not need it.
What are you
Like,
wanting back, black or whitelisted? What are you specifically worried about?
so in survival, like my wildfire bomb, which I hit like every time
You're
I
not playing
can,
that.
it just puts a random dot. It just puts a dot on it. It used to be more like there used to be more to it, but in War Within, there's nothing. It just puts a dot on it, right? And then there's dots that are worth tracking, like Serpent Sting.
Isn't that what this is though?
Yeah.
No. On the bars, like dots that they have on them.
Oh,
Like I want to
on
be able
your
to
plate, on your
show on
nameplate.
the nameplate. Yeah, like I don't want to see. I don't want to see Wildfire Bomb because there's no
Yeah.
reason to track it, but I need to see Serpent Stain because it has to be on the mob.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
Right?
Are you
It has to
sure?
spread.
Are you sure with the
You
changes?
just told me I can't blacklist or whitelist.
Not
No,
this,
no,
no.
no.
Oh.
Are you sure with the changes to your class? That's sure still.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know, like I could see why. Like there's a dot on the mob, sure. I just don't need to track it to improve my DPS, so I could see
maybe
why
they
they
don't
were
even do
value
that
in
anymore.
showing it. Yeah, that'd be nice, honestly. Like
It's, I mean, because they've done a lot of quality of life changes that have impacted a lot of folks, but they've also oversimplified a lot of things. So maybe that's one of the simplifications for your
Serpent
class.
Sting has been so like shoved into the corner. Like you haven't like put it on a guy since like
Well, now it
before
probably
Dragonflight.
automatically gets put on.
I would say it probably doesn't exist. It does get automatically put on in War Within, basically.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
just
know
have
it
to learn
does.
but like, yeah, it's kind of been a non-existent thing for like 3 expansions. It's just kind of there. So
Just make sure you put
I
your
haven't
hunter's
put it
mark on.
I always put my hunter's mark on. I have it macroed in every button I press.
Oh my
Well, it's even more important now because that's a change that's coming in 12.0. Hunter's mark is a flat, what, 1% or 2% buff?
It's better than the top 80, right?
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah.
Because there's so many mobs or bosses that like start at 50% health. It's like, oh, I guess I'm just useless. Like,
Oh, I guess
You
I
are
should
useless,
die.
yes.
Well, that
But,
is everything. So
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
I agree. I think the number one thing at the top of the list right now, Scrap, is they need to build like a blacklist, whitelist UI, and then they can easily just implement it into, you know, what does it show or not show.
I'm also assuming that like we have so few spells on our bar that they're gonna give us some back 80 to 90, right? That's like the idea.
Nope.
That 80
They're
to
gonna what?
90 will get
Nope.
more spells.
Nope.
No, there's no.
What-
You get
what
more.
is
You
going
get more
on?
talent points, and you get talent into things. But
I haven't actually done any beta.
yeah,
so-
I know. I know.
But have you guys done DPS in beta? How do
Yeah.
you feel?
I'll pull up beta
I
right
did
now.
Feral
You can
Druid.
see.
I did Feral Druid. I did Windwalker Monk.
Was it enjoyable?
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay,
I didn't
close
mind
this
it.
whole stream, Frank.
I'm gonna. Oh Jesus! I did break it. Hold on.
You broke the whole
Wow.
thing. Technical
I'll
difficulties.
put this up. I'll put this up while we wait.
Okay, great. I'll keep
But,
playing a YouTube video.
so-
Just keep me occupied.
Feral has, to me, Feral has a similar gameplay loop, and it's not too different.
I mean,
There's some
Feral was
things-
definitely one of the ones that needed a bit of pruning. Like you'd agree with that, like the snapshotting and shit.
Well,
Well,
snapshotting still
I-
exists apparently.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it kind of still exists, but I wasn't playing Feral at my best because it's been so long, but I tried it and it was fine. I did well. I kept up with Haywire.
Oh, I need that dirt pile. We
Yeah,
better
you
do this
do.
endeavor soon.
And
Oh, that's
then
cute.
Windwalker's just terrible on beta right now. So hopefully they do something there because it's just bad.
Yeah. Hopefully one of the classes I frequent is enjoyable.
Devourer.
We'll see.
That's
it,
what you. That's what you
Devourer.
have to. You
We'll
have to.
see.
You have to become the expert at Devourer.
That's
your
so
charge.
cringe.
That's your
Alright.
charge for season 1.
There you go.
Okay.
Here's beta.
The wheel has charged you.
Yeah,
If
we'll
it
see.
loads. All right. I
If
pulled up my
Shawnee
enhancement
plays-
shaman.
If Shawnee plays
So-
his, I'll play mine.
He's playing arms.
So and keep in mind, I put like my defensives and stuff over here, right?
Yeah.
But we got
That's
Storm Strike.
enhancement?
Yep. Lava Lash, Voltaic Blaze, the Lightning Bolts. Right. I got my Stun Totem here.
Chain
I got
Lightning.
Crash Lightning here.
For
Right,
chain
so-
lightning.
Chain lightning's right here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So these are my
Oh, that's
spenders.
not so bad. Six buttons. That's fine.
My spenders, my crash lightning, which I think you want to keep up 100% as the
Yeah.
new, right?
Oh, that's
I've
how
got
you
my
did
my
before.
builders, and then of course like some things that like I want to put a totem down and boom. Right.
So that was not bad. That's like 7 buttons in rotation. So
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah,
That's about
Devourer
what you should
has-
expect.
Devourer has so many, it'll be fine.
Yeah, Devour looks. I mean,
Just
again,
your UI
there's more
is
like
scaring me
utility
because
stuff there, but
where's my utility? Like, is my hunter gonna not have all the traps and stuff? Like, it's so few buttons.
you might have a couple more buttons than normal because you have
Like,
those like
Hunters,
cross traps and
hunters
stuff.
have more buttons than most because it's a lot of situational horse shit.
Blood DK still has a bunch of short cooldowns for
Poor
defensives.
Bear Druid probably only has 1 button if they're stripping them down.
They
Here's-
don't
here's
have
Mage.
one button.
Just 1.
And 2 of them are my trinket, right? And then
You're the
there's
worst.
my pot.
Okay, I guess a trinket pot. How many buttons are in your rotation?
Well,
Commonly
he doesn't-
used. I mean, so like for example, I alternate between this or this, like depending on the situation. So 1,
Okay.
He
2,
doesn't have
3.
Barrage Helper, I can tell you that.
1, 2,
Is
3.
there-
A couple of orbs, right? And then I've got my cooldowns up here.
Okay. Is there a difference in the AoE and single target rotations?
You just like, and I don't know because I haven't looked at the guides. I'm purposely not looking at
Okay.
them, right?
Oh, on all your
the-
classes? Uh-oh.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, because
like-
we talked
but,
about me
like,
doing it on
yeah.
a DPS class.
Right.
With some of the classes, you have to react to procs still.
Yep.
Like on my Brewmaster, I get procs of Purifying Brew that I have to react to.
Like I have to
get
react to arcane
keg
missiles right here.
resets. Yeah, I
Okay.
get keg resets all the
Sorry, I
time,
realized that people on the
nonstop.
stream.
I'm definitely in Io's camp where I'm like, dude, these weak ores they put in here are so perfect. Like, why did they ruin the classes? Like,
They didn't ruin the classes.
well, I'm just scared, Lithian.
Okay,
I don't like
well,
the look of it.
You
It's
can't
like no
speak. You
buttons.
can't speak on it until you've played it.
I can speak
For-
of my fear.
you can speak of your fears, but you
Yeah.
can't. You know,
Okay.
wait until a month in.
I'm
and,
gonna really depend on the comment section of our videos to tell me
it's-
if it's good or not. Okay.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go on a Minecraft arc here for a
Yeah,
few. But
Minecraft arc.
once you're settled in and we can start leveling and stuff, then you can.
Yep.
Hopefully, your fears will go away.
I'll say there's more buttons in my freaking Minecraft rotation than this.
Wow, you're the
Okay.
worst, man.
Well, that is what we got for you this week.
Woohoo.
I've got a little tip. I recommend it. Lithian, you were the one that first brought this to me, so maybe you can explain it better than I can. But it is usually recommended that you do a reinstallation of WoW every so often because there's like stuff that will bog your cataloging of the game down. So I recommend this is probably the best time in WoW's history to do one of those. Uninstall everything, delete the folder, like get a clean, fresh start on WoW, as that will help you catalog the system better. And I recommend you start with no add-ons tomorrow. I recommend you start with the base game, build it the best way you possibly can with what they give you. Literally look for everything you possibly can in it, and then from there decide what add-ons you want, because I am very anxious to see people say, what the hell was this all for? And I think while I can understand that argument, I think it's also unfair to say that like the game isn't significantly improved from what they've done with the UI already.
I'm very impressed. The UI stuff looks good.
Yeah.
And like ever
I-
since they put in the UI edit mode and stuff, like I used to use Bartender religiously, but since they put that in, I was like, okay, cool, I don't need Bartender anymore. So I hope that's how it's going to be with all of these. Like I'm going to be like, I don't even need weak auras anymore because I can just do
Yeah,
everything.
I've already deleted all my add-ons, so I'm just
Yeah.
waiting. Like, I'm sure there's gonna be add-ons that I'm gonna want. Like, I know Plater's working on stuff, Details has stuff, and I think Elv UI is coming out with something. So I'm gonna wait and see. But I don't want Lua errors. I don't want to
Yeah.
deal with the nonsense. So it's all good.
Any other advice you have, Lithian, for everyone? You've been playing beta too, so.
Start fresh and be optimistic about the changes, unlike some people.
Yeah.
And have fun. Like, enjoy the game. I think PrePatch will be fun for a little while, and then we're gonna go into our Minecraft thing until release.
Well, I
So-
said I'm not touching it. Like there's endeavors. Maybe there's like a little story quest or so. Is there story quest or no?
I don't know if there's a story tied to the event, but I'm sure if there is, it's
Oh, right.
very limited.
It's usually like loosely connected, but
Yeah.
it's just vague for
Nah.
people to
It's
catch
like,
up.
oh
and stuff.
no, the void, and then it's like, okay, go deal with it.
I sold all my flasks and augment runes and horse shit, so I'm done. I'm gonna
done.
do my
Just
trading
done.
posts, and then that's it. Like, that's all.
Okay.
I
Done.
ask you, you're
Until-
not doing any raiding anymore, right? Not until the expansion.
No, not really. No. So I'll probably just tomorrow do some UI stuff, and then honestly, I think I might do a lot of housing stuff just because
You fall behind it.
introduce the endeavors and stuff,
Yeah.
and I saw some of the new stuff looks kind of cool. I want to get it. So
Well,
yeah,
I
Frank,
think
do you have our endeavor picked out already or
no, because we don't know what our choice. You get 3
Oh.
choices to choose from.
Okay.
I'll know obviously first thing tomorrow.
We'll have to have like an endeavor poll channel. Or I guess we just do that in the housing
no,
channel.
because I want to like decide it quickly too. So I might like quickly put up a poll, and
make
you
a
have an hour to
decision.
tell me, and then I make
Yeah,
a decision.
I like that. That's fine.
I will do whatever you tell me to do.
I
How
mean,
about that?
again, the first one's gonna be no matter what a good choice, right? So
Yeah, and you're gonna get them all eventually, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. I
and
feel
you can
like.
go to other people's neighborhood if they've chosen that one, and get them from there.
Right.
Io, do you have any other advice for people coming into 12.0 or even the midnight launch as a whole?
no, not really. Just have fun, I guess. I don't know.
Have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I would say
Much
like
to add.
while they're not going to do any major class redesigns or anything like that, because it's like, it's kind of in the oven already. I would say continue to go to the forums and tell them what you're really unhappy about. Just do it in a productive way, right? I remember, I can't remember her name now, but she's one of the liquid casters, and she got like she got a shit ton of flack because she said like the devs are people too. It's like, just remember, guys, like I know you think it's malicious. I know you think that they're just trying to ruin your day. They're not. They have good intent behind what they're deciding. Go help them see the light that you think is important. I promise you that they are looking. They may not necessarily make the changes for reasons that they won't tell you, and that frustrates you, but just be a part of the solution, not the problem.
Everybody dogpile on Frank in the comments for trying to insist that devs are people.
I'm happy
Yeah,
the dog pile.
I agree. Let's all just dog on Frank. It's gonna be great.
Do we know that devs are people, or is it ChatGPT? Like, we
Might
don't know that.
I'll tell you this much. I've been trying to use ChatGPT to code, and it's been a disaster. So maybe that's why they're having so much trouble.
Maybe that's why the game is broken.
In other news, I guess non-WoW related, but it's kind of WoW related. We're gonna have our traders raid probably next week. I'll put it up once there's stability.
This coming week or the week after?
No, the week after. So like a week from today.
Oh, I hope my
I'll
power's
make
not
another
out.
announcement with our other episode next week.
I'm getting big snow.
You hope your power's not out.
Yeah.
We'll
like a
figure it
week.
out, because if you get snowed out, I probably also will get snowed out.
Okay,
But anyways,
true.
so yeah, expect that. You can see it on our Twitch channel, which again, twitch.tv/mdlfrank. Check out aroundthemagetable.com. There, the guides there. Our Keystone Kindergarten stuff is there. I'm looking for feedback, so please go there. I'll probably put a link to that in the description as well. Non-WoW related, we're gonna do Minecraft February. Is that right, Scrap?
Yeah. How many people can we have in the server, Lithian?
I mean, right now it's set to 20, but
Okay,
whatever.
so I think everybody should come and play Minecraft.
If you're interested in playing Minecraft with us, Scrap is trying to, it's her life mission to make me think Minecraft's the greatest game ever.
Yeah, Frank is really down on Minecraft, and I think it's the greatest game ever. So my whole mission is to make Frank love Minecraft. So please don't grief his base. Like, I'm gonna help
I don't
him.
care if you grief it. I just
no,
make the game fun. Just make it fun. Whatever you think is gonna be fun.
Do you have no
Another
idea? There's
V-Rising.
so much fun stuff in the game. We're gonna do it like a proper progression. We're gonna do this thing
I'll
and
turn
then
on
that thing.
PvP.
Well, there's PvP. You don't have to turn it on.
No, I could turn it on so it's on all the time.
It should be on all the time. What the fuck kind of Minecraft doesn't have PvP in
He
it?
told you to look at it, Scrap, and you didn't. So that's.
I don't know how to look at it. I don't know how to do it. Just do the regular. Make it regular.
Okay. I make it regular.
Last time there was a server like this, a guild died. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time.
No, because V-Rising is competitive. Minecraft's not competitive.
And the guild was dying long before that.
And then there was a lot of beef like brewing beneath the surface.
I'm a little upset we're not playing Hightail though. I feel like there's been such good.
So I've been seeing a lot of Hightail content because all my Minecraft creators are playing it right now. I'm open to Hightail. It's just a hard sell when you've said Minecraft and then you're saying you're bait and switching me, right? But maybe next season we can in the lull we do hightail because it does look very nice. You can't say Minecraft and then take it away from me. That's gonna break my heart.
Way to go, Frank.
Any other interesting
Breaking
things
people's
going on
hearts.
in y'all's lives? Anything you want to share?
No.
I gotta work in a few hours, so.
LOL.
Yeah, well,
Io,
try to
can
get
I
over
tell you
sickness.
about how big 2026 is going to be for movies?
I
be
wouldn't
big
do
now.
that.
It's going to be a big one.
No.
Okay,
It's
can you
gonna be a
message
big
me all the
one, Io.
movies I gotta see?
What?
Big.
You gotta message me all the movies I gotta see. I'm kind of in my cinephile phase. I've been doing a Leo tour, so watching all the great movies with Leo in them.
I mean, honestly, every movie with Leo in it's great. But anyways,
That's what I kind of realized is that all the movies are at least good. So I'm gonna watch. Darren and I watched Django last night, and I watched Gangs of New York, which I'd never seen, and I really liked it.
Yeah, that's
Product of
good.
its
I like
time.
Daniel
but-
Day-Lewis
and
is in that, so you can't.
Daniel
go wrong.
Day-Lewis is the best part of the movie, honestly. Like it's a bit not for me movie, but it's very well made and I liked it. So I'm still
Check
working
it
through
out,
my
folks.
Leos. Check it out. Yeah, check out this 25-year-old movie.
All right. That is it for episode 69. Again, please check out the website aroundthemagetable.com. Please continue to be awesome contributors to our comments section. Please continue to subscribe if you haven't already. But until then, we only have 2 episodes we're allowed to miss, which means we won't be missing, well, hopefully not more than 2. And you can expect to see us.
I haven't put in my vacation days yet.
Well, I'm
You get no
I'm on a
vacation.
cruise. I'm on a
Uh-oh.
cruise in March, and it's a 7-day cruise. So we're gonna have to pre-record an episode so we don't miss one that week. So
You can't do it from the cruise. Bring your laptop, bro.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know how good the internet will be, and we've already seen the technical troubles we had today of just Meta trying to take over my computer.
That's
So
true.
Talk about meta.
Oh my gosh.
great place
All
to
right.
end episode 69. Good night, everyone.
See ya.
Nice.
Good night. Nice.